chatters.
Here.
6952.
Shout out to his family.
For spamming H3H3 is a fat Jew. We love that. Thank you. Good insight. Statement of fact. I am
Are you guys fucking kidding me?
E-Rob made me. Yes, I know. Thank you. Shout out E-Rob. He did make me. We love that about him. Love E-Rob. He made me. I owe everything to him. Ice made me too. Ice made me.
Chat, it's pretty
Thanks
easy.
everyone for being here.
I gotta go pee. Fuck you, chat. Actually, fuck you,
nice
dude.
to have y'all here. Appreciate that. Some wild shit in the fucking... Y'all are wild in the chat, man. Keemstar made me. Keemstar made me.
I'm seeing a lot of Donna made you.
Donna did make me.
Facts.
That's actually...
Fucking facts right there. Facts.
Facts. Shout out to Donna.
Donna made me.
Smash that like button.
That's what my dad did when I came out. My dad smashed that like button on me.
Smash that like button.
And I've had a huge dimp in my head because my dad smashed the like button so hard on me.
So I'm calling him. He seems to be oh.
You guys have any questions instead of just spamming shit? I can answer.
Good luck with that.
Is this in slow mode?
Yeah, bye.
Oh my god, this is a lot. This is intense. Hi, Ethan. Hey, Hasan made me. Right, Hasan did make me. Everyone made me. Pokey raid? What is that? Wait, does that mean Pokey's here, or they want me to raid Pokey? Wow, there's a lot. Wow. Oh, and it's red. Is it red when they tag me? By the way, okay, I see. We're waiting for XQC, by the way. So, waiting patiently for XQC. Who's the boomer? We'll find out today on Waiting for XQC. Featuring Dan. Yeah, we have Brittany updates today. We've got Wendy William updates today. Love Wendy William. She's my favorite media personality, I would say.
Should she suffer?
Yes. Yep. We've got lots of Britney updates, which I love. Free Britney. Free Britney right fucking now, dude. I swear to God.
Death to all of them.
Voting rights is one thing, but free Britney is another.
I don't know who that is, Brittany, to be honest. I'm not up to date with YouTube drama.
Wait, is that him or is that...
I got him.
That's me.
Oh, hey, dude. What's up? Thanks
This
for calling.
motherfucker said YouTube
What's up, man? Can you
drama.
hear me?
I can hear
Britney
you,
Spears
should I
is
be
not
able to see you or
YouTube
no?
drama.
Yeah, he doesn't have video on it.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
Pepega
I need
Andy!
double cam.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, we don't
so
need...
we get...
Yeah.
No?
You can bring up the stream, maybe.
I mean, it's not anybody care. Okay,
we could just talk.
I can set up a double cam, to be honest. Tell you what.
Whatever you want.
I'm gonna turn up my cam on stream because it only takes one input, and I'll put it on Discord.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Can you see me?
I mean, I wish I didn't, but yeah, I can see you.
Oh, that bad, huh?
I'm just kidding.
1 year, Poker.
Video. Should be coming up, right? And then we'll do turn on camera like this.
It's loading. We're loading. There he is. Beautiful. All right, dude. I see you. Oh, now I can't hear you, though. Who is the boomer? I don't know if he's maybe he's talking to his stream. Oh, he's not. Oh, so I can't hear him. Is that's something on our end?
Nothing's changed over here.
Oh, I can't hear you.
When he switched on his camera, his audio disappeared.
Yeah, when the camera came on, the audio dipped. Oh, he's gone. He's back. I see you, but I don't hear you. Damn.
What is happening right
It's
now?
all right.
So scuffed.
Sorry, I don't control the sound bites. If Zach's heckling you, can blame that on Zach. Boomer TV, brought to you by Reverse Mortgages. So
See,
we, oh, there you are. I hear you.
Yeah, I debugged my cam now, but it's not. Like it's always working. I even did an audio check on my end, and it worked. So I don't know what's going on with it.
Okay, so we can just talk, I guess. I don't know. Try it one more time, I guess. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah. No, I got this. No, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Okay. You want to? We can maybe see when it drops out if you talk while you're doing it.
Yeah, you ready? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What about now?
I can still hear you. I can still hear you. Now it's gone. What? That's so weird. Yeah, I can't hear you now that the video's up. This episode of Who's the Boomer is brought to you by Reverse Mortgage. My name is Tom Selleck. And you
This
trust
isn't my first rodeo.
You trust me, wouldn't you?
Big difference is how you pay it back.
The big difference is how you pay it back.
It's just a loan.
You're gonna fucking die. So what do you care what happens to your house when you need the cash now? My name.
I trust them.
I trust them.
I think you can too.
Brought to you by Reverse Mortgage Loans. Oh, I hear.
Yeah. So basically, it's on your end. I can see you guys' entire interface. It switches entirely.
You're getting called out, damn.
Yeah. So whenever I go to camera, his interface completely changes. I don't know why it's happening, but I can see your interface.
He's calling you out, Boomer Dan.
It's impossible.
Oh, Zach says it's impossible? All right, well. Okay, let's just talk. Dan, listen, I don't know anything about
I'm sorry, that doesn't make
anyway.
any sense.
Okay. Whenever I go to camera, Ethan's camera is my camera reversed. It's like really weird. Yeah, that's what happens whenever I switch. So yeah, you gotta fix this. I think. Because I can still see myself talking. I can hear myself. I do audio checks.
Try it. Let's see it. Maybe, he's been around. This isn't his first rodeo.
Bro, how the fuck was I able to do this easier than XQC?
I run with like really cheap audio shit, right? And it's all really straightforward. So whenever there's a glitch, it's usually not on my end.
That seems like the opposite.
I find this hilarious that
you run with cheap shit.
Well, hold on.
I guess they're using
if
Discord
you only have
as a
one
Zoom.
input, one output. I mean, when things go wrong, if I can still see myself talking, there's no way I switch audio tracks, right? But you motherfucker, you got a production running, you got like 80 fucking inputs and outputs, and I know that with a bunch of fucking wires. Yeah. Your shit is scuffed, mine is fine.
He's right.
Okay, so we can hear you, and then you turn on your camera, and your audio disappears. That's on our end?
Yeah, when I turn my camera, Ethan's camera is mine, but flipped, and then it starts scuffing up.
Flipped, dude.
Has woke.
Well, okay, let's just try what he's suggesting, Dan.
I did what he suggested.
Okay, so now let's try bringing the camera on. Dan, did you see the change?
Yeah, ready? I'm gonna do it now.
Let's give it a shot. If he's right, Dan, you're gonna eat crow.
Dude, Steven Crowder's not gonna pop up, is he?
That would be, yeah. All right, here we go. Go ahead and talk. Yeah, I hear you. You're gone.
Your audio's gone. Oh, what a shock.
Okay, Dan. Not trying to beef here. We're making amends.
Wait, is it not working now?
It's not working. I can't hear him.
What a fucking nightmare!
We can just do audio XQC.
Yeah, why don't we just do audio?
So Ethan, if you just bring his stream up,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
the delay is like a couple of seconds. It's fine.
And then what? Put it on my screen or just for me?
Yeah, and we just box you in the corner and we watch him. That's fine.
Okay. I'll just pull up your.
There you go.
This is typical.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll just pull up your stream. XQC. Mr. XQC. Here we go. So I'll just put this here like this, love, so that like the audience can watch.
Yeah, it's good for the.
Okay. Okay, great. So let's just get the voice back.
Mm-hmm.
And then... So... I'm watching an ad for you.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's funny that he has to watch.
Just open your...
It's hilarious that he has to watch ads because he's not a partnered streamer, dude.
What?
All right, great. Is this good, love? Are we good?
Show Ethan screen in the.
Yeah. He can just crop me in if he wants to.
Oh.
QR2A.
Are we good? I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
I have no technical understanding of what's happening. I think
You know what? We can go high tech shit if you can hear me. I can do a private mirror of my own OBS, and you can crop my face in so you have a live feed of it.
That's sick. Dan, do you understand that?
Ready? Watch this.
Okay, he's gonna do some high tech shit for us here.
Can you see that? Look, now I give you a mirror, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm like twice in the call. Now there's me and there's my screen on the right. There you go. Which is
okay. So I don't.
Yeah,
need to do
that we can see.
now that I'm gonna like leak DMs now by accident, but yeah, you get the point.
Okay, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. How about you guys?
First of all, thanks for calling. I appreciate it. I understand that some comments I made was, as you said, scumlord.
No, it's just
Scumlord.
I assume the thing is good, ready to go now.
Andy.
Like we can start discussing.
Yeah, let's discuss. So what did I get wrong?
Well, apparently I have audio crackle now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
These people are saying audio. You sound fine for me, by the way.
Okay.
Right? Like he sounds fine for us, right? Yeah.
I'm at a loss at this point, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
I will move the fucking mirror then. There you go. I moved the mirror.
Dude,
Better
this is.
now?
It sounds fine for me.
Everything has been fine the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, I say that we're all good now. We're ready to go. Ready to go?
I'm ready, dude.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch most of the stuff with Miz and Hasan or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch most or any of that. It was mostly your podcast that I watched.
Yeah.
And overall, I just feel like you guys there was not a point of defense, but any kind of like counter argument because you guys were like going 3-1 against Adin of all people. Well, I want to diminish Adin, but.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Aiden of all people? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, he's kind of like bare bone, just doing stuff, you know. I think he's kind of like me, like years ago when when there was like a thought process.
He's saying he's dumb, dude.
He's
just saying he's fucking dumb. That's what he's saying.
Okay, so great. Let's hear it. Tell me what I got wrong, and let's start there.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have that many points.
Okay.
It's just the fact that let's say you're going at something, right? Like the Gamba stuff that even I agree that it's wrong on multiple levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you say a bunch of truths and you swoop in some lies or misconceptions, I think it can be really damaging because what that does, in my opinion, is that it makes everybody who did it, who has done it, or people who have even moved on after doing it.
This is a very successful argumentation technique.
Like really terrible, much more than they should. Well, they should be fucked on, but not like to a crisp.
Well, hold on. So you're insinuating that
hyper focusing on like random parts about the argument instead of overall
misinformation or lies, and obviously I would disagree. So let's just start by saying what are those misinformation or lies?
Okay. Some of the stuff you guys said, like almost on the podcast. Where you guys are like, oh, dude, these like 400K wins, 300K wins. I mean, this can't happen. It's got to be rigged somehow, right? Like, it's big advertisement if they get a big win on stream, or whatever, and it shows to the viewers. It's rigged, and Hilo even agreed. And I mean, you pushed a point. She agreed. Everybody agreed. You guys made jokes about it. I think that kind of makes people really look really bad. Because
sorry, hold on 1 second. Did you just run an ad on your stream?
It's automatic.
Oh shit! I was like, damn, dude, fucking get it, boy.
Yeah, because I was like, so I said run that block because it's automatic.
Oh, okay. I don't have ad block on this one. That's okay. So you're saying
that's
that so
fucking
basically I don't know
awesome,
why
dude.
you're saying 300 or 300,000. So the stuff, the
losing my
specific
mind.
wins that we looked at were all in the millions. And I thought to myself, this is very unlikely that multiple streamings are winning top-level millions jackpot. Million, 2.5 million. I mean, the likelihood of that is very, very low. Now, I have no problem believing that you guys, because I know you were gambling on the very high end.
Ethan, listen. I'm okay with a discussion, but if you're gonna backpedal like a
I didn't
bit of a bitch,
I didn't
you're
backpedal 1
backpedaling
inch.
right now. You're doing it right now.
Whoa.
You made a statement, and you had an opinion. You were strong about it, and you went hardcore, and you were.
Whoa, how did I backpedal? You're misrepresenting what I
backpedaling.
said.
No, that's not true.
No,
I
he's
was
not. He's not misrepresenting it. He misunderstood it.
In the podcast were specifically people winning $1 million jackpots, and I said the likelihood of this happening is very low. Now, what am I backpedaling on?
Well,
He misunderstood
exactly
the
what I said on
argument.
the
He thinks Ethan is saying it's a scam.
It went all the way to say that it was unregulated, which does make sense. And then like, oh yeah, rigged. Yeah, that's not happening. And he
that's
backed it up.
so dumb, dude.
If you still a discussion like that, and you
He
let a lot of comments fly,
misunderstood. The whole
right?
point is like that's not what happens regularly, and people see the highs, they don't see the lows.
It's bad for everybody.
The gambling is bad for everybody.
Why does he fucking do this every time, bro? He literally. He gets himself heated, misunderstands the argument, and then fucking yells at people over his own misunderstanding.
Well, hold on. You're not addressing what I said. I never had a problem with people winning 300,000 jackpots. It seems very unlikely to me, and it still does, that multiple Twitch streamers can be winning these top-level $1 million jackpots. The odds of that happening, if you go into a casino, for example, you're not going to cruise through there in a month's time and be seeing these huge $1 million jackpots in the same place. The likelihood of that is very low. Now, let me clarify further that I think it's entirely possible, and in fact, understanding who you are and your reputation, and I see that like you've apologized and made amends for this. I don't think you are in on this, okay? I think these websites, which are unregulated, have full capacity to fudge the statistics when you guys are playing to make it more likely that you hit these big jackpots, to make it more appealing to the people watching. That's the problem with unregulated. This is the problem with unregulated casinos. If you go to Vegas, if you play, there's big casinos that are regulated by different commissions.
Okay, good. I'm gonna stop you right there then. Okay, since you're kind of gish galloping, there's a lot of points you made that I think there's four there that I want to address, and now you're going to a fifth one. It's kind of hard. Okay, one. Okay. How often do you go to the casino and you see somebody pull out a $50,000 chip and you see him slamming into the machine over and over again, back to back to back to back?
The jackpots that we saw people win were on $1,000 bets.
Okay, $1,000 bets. It's not a $1,000 bet.
Dude, stop.
It's a $1,000 bet.
This is the worst thing, dude.
That leads the person to a $50,000 bonus. That's what people are buying into or winning it. It's a bonus worth $50K. So would you not say that there's a good likelihood or one that is reasonable that if you're in a $50,000 bonus, you could get a 2x, which is 100,000, a 4x, which would be 200,000, because let's say you're playing something like I'm not going into specifics, but let's say
this guy said you're gish galloping and then went on a fucking completely insane tangent.
If you're doing $500 spins, you can naturally get a bonus, right? You can naturally get it. If you want to buy it instantly, it's $50,000. Literally, you're buying a bonus for $50,000. The likelihood that you could be getting a 400K, 500K win, even $1 million, it's not that unlikely. That would be a 20x.
I agree.
Is that crazy? It's not that crazy.
No, but again, the bets the people were betting, then they won those huge $1 million plus jackpots were $1,000. They were not 50,000.
Yeah. It makes sense. The bonuses is where everybody get their shit. And yeah, you're right. It is a $1,000 spin. But if you enter a $50,000 bonus on a $1,000 spin, yeah, you got lucky to get the bonus, and you got lucky again in your bonus. Does that make sense? But yeah, you're right. It is still a $1,000 bet. But
Here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's not even about how much we bet or how much you win or whatever. I trust that you're not scamming anyone, right? I'm say that now. Okay?
Right.
What is the problem is that these gambling sites are unregulated. And I know from firsthand experience what unregulated gambling sites do and what it means for the people using it. Unregulated gambling sites have the ability to do anything they want. There's no oversight, and it is basically a functional fraud.
Yeah, right.
They can fudge the numbers, the statistics. They cannot pay out people who are winning. They can change.
Oh, wait. You skipped a step there. You skipped a step. You said they can find with the statistics. I could be wrong about this. I'm willing to take information from some website or some source if you guys have it.
None of this matters because XQC's fan base is going to say he's really smart, and he's right.
To a website, but you're forgetting the middle part, the middle ground, the middleman provider. It's player-provider website.
You're saying the software that powers.
No matter what happens, they're going to be like, you were right. You were so right.
Player played on the website.
Actually, that's probably not true. None of them probably agree with him now.
That is from a provider. Like Pragmatic Gaming, Play & Go, or some other bullshit. These are the providers. They make the game.
Okay.
The website hosts the games, and you can use your bounce, whatever, and whatnot to interact with the game. Then you're betting. But ultimately, you're interacting with the provider.
So who is the provider? Do you know if the provider?
They're very well established. I'm pretty sure very legitimate. I mean, quote unquote, providers. Like Pragmatic is fucking huge.
Right, but so let me tell you this. I happen to know, again, from firsthand experience, when I was living in Israel, I worked for gaming websites just doing marketing bullshit. And the whole industry crumbled because the websites and the software were all in on this massive scam.
Makes sense.
Because it was all unregulated. And what the sites were doing, together with the software, is they would do this thing called risk management. When people were winning, they would lower the stats. And sometimes if people were playing and they wanted to win, they could raise the stats. And then the other thing that they do, which is outside the software's control, is change the rules. When someone actually wins and is trying to cash out, they'll say, we suspect you were cheating. That's one of their go-tos. Or they'll just make these onerous, impossible goals to meet with ID and verification. To the point where these people can never get their money out.
Okay, makes sense. That sounds like a website problem. That seems like anecdotal evidence to me. Depending on who you worked with or whatever, I don't know if they're big or not. But right now you're talking about like colossuses of the industry. I don't know that much about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, were they like absolute global overlords that have in real life casinos, multiple of them, multiple locations, all across the board games that legitimately are regulated? Now you're talking about a scam that would go in, that would be to crazy lengths. Now you're talking about some flat earther shit, nearly.
Did Destiny
just
follow
the
like
flat earther comparison,
basically? Did Destiny literally tell XQC what to say? These are all like those arguments. Like I've heard these.
So
everybody.
So we're talking about something that I don't have a specific knowledge of. So if you're
that's like a designated Destiny argument. Like vilifying like the correct concern that someone has
softwares that they host
from real life examples by just saying this sounds like flat earth shit.
I can't sit here and confirm one way or the other. Oh well, this slot software is secure and this one is not. So I can't have that conversation because I don't have that information.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just that I feel like overall it yeah, like I said, like I'm not gonna bash it from this. Okay, the gambling shit is bad. We all agreed on that.
Yes.
It's just that whenever we throw shit like this, it makes some of the gambling that was literally just not just, but hitting slot machines all day look like some CS:GO Lotto fucking scandal. And it makes everybody look like way worse. Even people that did it once or a couple times, they've been moved on. Makes them look terrible. Makes them look part of some sort of fucking advanced racket when it's really not.
I do. So here's what I think. I don't think you're part of an advanced racket, but I do think these casinos that are paying people millions of dollars every month to play is part of an advanced racket. I do believe that. But I don't think you're a part of it. And I think it's great that you stopped. And I think that the fact that you did stop is like totally great, and that you can move on having known that you have acknowledged that this was damaging and that you stopped, and that's fine. Like Mizkif did it. He stopped for the same good reason as you, and I have respect for you guys for doing that. The problem I have with Aiden Ross is that after that conversation, he became aware of these issues, he acknowledged them, and he specifically said he's not going to stop. And
makes sense.
And again, there's this other issue of this guy Trainwreck, who I'm supposing everybody likes, so people don't like being critical of him. But it's the same thing. He knows what he's doing is wrong, but he continues to do it. So I mean, that's the pinnacle of doing the wrong thing. It's like once you know something's wrong, you have to stop now. And I'm glad you did.
Yeah. I mean, this is gonna get opinionated real fast. To be, I was just trying to go with like the actual facts, because
he said,
dude, people are scarred. People hear words and
XQC is mad that he alluded to the fact that the stakes could be fucked with,
or this can be rigged, or will be rigged, and whatever. Like it really does make everybody look fucking way worse than
Well, what am I supposed to do? I can't look. I don't.
He didn't
know
even
you,
fucking. That wasn't even the main argument.
I'm not here to protect your reputation. I mean, I do think that these people that run these casinos have the capacity to fudge the numbers. I don't think you're in on it. I'll say that for sure.
I don't think they do. Unless there's... Listen, I hope you understand this. I'll say it again. Some of these companies that
No, dude is mad because his name is being brought up. His name wasn't brought up. He brought his own name up.
I would genuinely be surprised, and I'm willing to be wrong about this.
No one brought his name up in that conversation.
All my faults. If there's an extreme racket between both providers and the website in a coordinated racket on certain individuals,
he was literally never mentioned in this conversation from top to bottom. Never mentioned.
It would blow my mind.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have to go and do more research about like the website you guys are using and the casinos they're using, which I'm happy and willing to do. I'm gonna do that, and we can continue this conversation when I get more stats, or more research on that. But I can say from firsthand experience that they do this. They do this. They do.
Oh yeah. Extremely shady bullshit trash, but I think some of the more established big providers are somewhat regulated.
I agree, but are these the ones paying you guys $2 million a month to gamble on Twitch?
I got paid dirt fucking cheap.
Okay, well, whatever you got paid, I don't know, but I doubt that these big regulated companies are going to come here and pay people on Twitch, because it's it's borderline. I think it's probably illegal for them to come here and promote these people, because like the regulations around this in the United States alone, let alone international, is absolutely fucking a web of disaster, right? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, and listen, if we start speaking at legality shit, it's a whole fucking wazoo of things that I don't think me or you or anyone on the podcast, any expertise I'm fucking talking about, it's going to be an absolute nightmare.
Well, what I can say, without getting too deep into it, because I agree it's so complicated, is that a big, regulated, reputable casino is not going to sponsor a Twitch streamer who's broadcasting to all 50 states, the vast majority of them it's illegal in, to countries where gambling is extremely illegal in. They're not going to do that, because they're going to get in so much shit with all those governments.
He's right.
It's not going to be worth it for them, to the point where they can even get shut down. That's happened many times.
Yeah.
So the guys operating these affiliate casinos for Twitch streamers are guys that are getting paid in crypto, who are going to disappear one day when the regulators come to clamp down and they start asking questions. They got money that is all clean, all safe in crypto, and they're going to fucking disappear.
Yeah. Listen, I feel like some of these discussions are a little bit above our pay grade, and I just feel like
I'm comfortable with this conversation.
This one is fine. Just the more upper level one, things get really complicated. You're absolutely correct though. I don't think anybody's gonna debate.
So why is he mad? I don't understand why he's mad.
It was more a fact that I don't want to say something that is just wrong or stupid. Yeah, just like how do I explain this? Okay, I was gonna elaborate on this point. People are very scarred, and they absolutely should be. The CS:GO Lotto shit was so damaging. It was the most shitstorm thing ever. Mm-hmm. The people that were just doing it, the people that weren't part of it, that were just like gambling on the websites, like users or whatever, got fucked over. Mm-hmm. Twitch got fucked over. lawsuits at the wazoo. The whole thing was terrible. I mean, I'm sure you know about it, right? The Phantom Lord bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So whenever people think or hear that things can be manipulated one at a time, like the percentage question mark thing, it rings a really bad bell. And then if you add names to that, like Train, X, Miz, all of them, everybody, and you add names to that bill, it just creates damage. So I feel like whenever you talk about that, you have to be a little bit responsible, especially when you're running like a podcast and you're trying to be factual about things and not opinionated.
I understand that you're upset that your name got included, but I stand by what we said about it. I mean, I don't think I said that you are in on the scam. And I'm willing to clarify that I don't think you're on the scam. And where the CSGO Lotto thing differs from what's still going on now is that the people who were promoting the CSGO Lotto shit were the people that owned the website, right? As far as I'm aware, and, you know, I don't think there's any evidence that would suggest, is that none of you guys, I mean, obviously I'm not accusing, you definitely are not involved, do not own these gambling websites, obviously, right? So that's the difference.
Wait, so you're still calling it a scam then? You still at your core believe that the whole thing, like most of it is a scam?
Yes. Yes.
I
do believe it's a scam. I do believe that I just explained to you how you agreed that these people are going to run away with all this crypto someday in the near future. How is that not a scam?
What part is a scam? The winnings, like which part?
The part of the scam is that they're taking people's money. They're potentially screwing with the numbers, with the payouts. And they're going to run away with all the money. I mean, that is the scam. There is deception. Again, this is all conjecture, but the fact is that they're doing this via crypto. They're not verifying people's IDs. They're promoting it on Twitch, which any reasonable, ethical, well-regulated gambling company wouldn't do. For all
he's worried that like anytime he says it's a scam, he means it's like directly the same as the fucking Phantom Lord shit.
I know that, but like my hunch on this and my reporting, which is very all of my reporting is very editorial. So you know, in my opinion, it is a scam.
Okay. So now we're going from I know it's a scam to I have a hunch that maybe some.
Dude, I never said I know this is a scam. Everything I do is editorial.
I don't know what that means, editorial.
It's my opinion. How would I know it's a scam? I don't sit in their office and audit their data.
Okay.
Why did he think this was a good argument, dude?
Okay. Some of these points don't make sense. You're saying that they would advertise on Twitch, but they do though. A Rubet, a Steak, fuck ass. They're all advertising on Twitch. Yeah, all the other ones, whatever the fuck they are. They're all advertising on Twitch. Like multiple people. They have a lot of affiliates on Twitch that are sponsored.
I love that his biggest concern. His biggest concern is that it his gambling winnings might not be legitimate. Not that
they were legitimate, but they do.
I don't know which site
that's what he's angry about, which is crazy. Like that's not even
all the big ones. I mean, I don't think anybody gives a fuck about the small
judging at previous fucking scams on the internet. It's a reasonable speculation for Ethan to make.
Like all the other ones, and they're being
but it's not.
On that.
It's hardly the main point of the conversation.
Like the big hitters, the big names, the ones that people actually use, the ones that are reputable. Those, and you're saying that you're still saying that these are actual scams.
I don't know. I'm saying the ones where you pay in crypto and they don't check your ID are scams, likely scams.
Likely.
Dude, how would I know? I don't sit in their offices, audit. Everything I say is editorial. I'm not a fucking clairvoyant. Like that's inherent in what I'm saying. I'm a fucking guy. I give an editorial opinion about things. Obviously, if I say it's a scam, it's based on my reasonable observation.
All he needed to say, all Ethan needs to say here is like, dude, this is based on previous experiences and examples I've seen.
Do you think that they're going to vanish overnight and do an exit scam and just go, no more payouts, fuck you, suck my balls?
I think that's very likely.
Okay, so you think they're gonna poof and exit scam out of the blue?
Yes, I think that's very likely.
Okay. What else part of scam is that? What other scam is there in there that you have mixed up in there?
I mean, that's enough, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's enough. But I mean, like I said, I'm trying to go on things that are tangible, things that we can talk about.
I've listed it. I've listed it. The main points is that they're taking crypto. They're not checking people's IDs. They're having people play on Twitch, play their game. They're paying people to play their game and put their affiliate code on their screen on Twitch. There's the highlight. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, no, I'm just saying.
I mean, we're talking in circles here a little bit.
No, a little bit. But I think precision is key in those things, though.
Okay, so
if we do have to circle twice to get something right, I mean, we have to do it. I don't mind. If you want to go. Yeah, scam shit, bullshit. They're gonna scam.
Well, what do you want me to say? You want me to say I don't know 100% certain it's a scam? Of course, I don't 100% know it's a scam. How could I possibly?
Okay, no. Okay, well, things are tangible, like verifying IDs. They do verify IDs. They do, and they also cross-verify. I'm pretty sure login locations or whatever, and they ban accounts. And like I said, I'm not defending anybody, but I'm just thinking that's like across the board. Though. I don't want people to look like scam or. I get it. Somebody might be a scum lord for promoting gambling. We got that out of the way. That is absolutely true. Mm-hmm. I don't want them to mix up scum lord with scam lord.
I agree. I agree with you.
Do they not verify your ID, or do they verify your ID? Why are people in my chat saying they don't verify ID? And also, he himself has created multiple accounts, and like we know that like they fake ban people. You know what I mean?
I mean, some scammers.
Which individual then would be part of it? Somebody you've seen, somebody that's out there.
Why do I need to know who they are? They're obviously
anybody. A player, a streamer, anybody.
I said I don't think streamers are involved in the back end.
Okay.
I said I do not think streamers are involved in the back end. And that's how it differs from CSGO Lotto, is because CSGO Lotto was run by people that owned the website, right? So that's where it differs, where you guys are just being paid to promote this product. I don't think that you guys, you streamers, are in on the back end of the ownership of these casinos. I think you guys are just paid to promote their product. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
The crypto websites themselves don't actually fucking verify your ID, right? It's the crypto wallet that verifies your ID. Or maybe you need a verification for payout.
What were the main points that you guys were mad at Aiden for?
So the reason why I was disappointed in Aiden, because he said for all the reasons that we discussed, that promoting gambling is not good, right? You say it's Scum Andy, right? So it's a Scum Andy situation.
Yeah, it is a Scum Andy.
So he acknowledged that, and then I said, so you need to stop. I said, you need to stop doing the gambling. But he said, I can't stop. I'm not done yet. So that's my problem. It's pretty simple. He acknowledged that it's Scum Andy, to use your parlance. Thank you. And he refuses to stop. So yeah, that was my problem with Aiden. It's pretty simple.
Well, I'm not going to defend him on that, because there's no point. But I just feel like the reasoning behind it is probably like this. He thinks it's content. His people think it's content. He enjoys doing it. He gets paid. Whatever moral ethics or whatever you're going to throw in there, I think he stopped at my first sentence, and it's kind of like stop. So whatever you're going to throw in there, I don't think it's getting at him. That's why he said, I'm still going to do it.
Well, clearly, I agree. Yeah, I mean, that's the point. I think it's fucked up, though. He's willing to turn his head to, he's willing to turn a blind eye to getting a bunch of kids. And I'm sure, I don't know what your demographic is, but I know.
Dude, crypto websites versus wallets, dude? Yeah, that's like saying I drove a car to get to the Vegas gambling casino, so they don't need to check my ID within the casino.
Dangerous, damaging vice. I learned the other day from Hasan, actually.
I mean, it's the worst of all, pretty much.
Exactly. They call it the deadliest vice because the most amount of people commit suicide from from getting addicted to gambling. And so and then kids, on the other hand, these are undeveloped brains that are being exposed to one of the deadliest addiction. They're playing slot machines too, which is like the heroin of gambling, because it's just like click, 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 dopamine, dopamine, dopamine. It's so intense. They have these young, undeveloped brains. They're already getting this taste of adrenaline and addiction.
Ethan is so good.
And it is
Hasan,
very,
on the other hand, he's
very
such a
bad
bitch.
for them, for their families. It's very damaging. It's fucked up. And he's making like $2 million a month. We saw from his leaked
I love Ethan, though. I mean,
DM.
I think he's...
And so, you know, it's easy for him to turn a blind eye, but at the cost of a lot of damage that he's going to be doing to his audience.
So now that we've drawn the problem pretty accurately, now let's try to talk about, since you brought it up as like it increases the problem. What about somebody who wouldn't be doing that, right? Somebody who, because we always hear the thing, oh, he's doing that to children, doing that to kids. At which point does it go across and says it's not towards kids anymore? Like, what really draws the bar? Is it because the streamer's older, his audience is older? At what point are you sort of like, I would say, you could say, immune from that very thing? Because I feel like, this is just my opinion, I think you'll make a good effort, even though it's still scum shit, at drawing the line saying 18 plus, don't do it. The stream itself being on mature mode, if people want to go across, what is it, like literally like 8 barriers of security, I mean, fuck, it's kind of hard. So then is it like a complete no? Like, at what point is it not towards children, and you can stop saying that?
Yeah, I think that's a really good question, and the truth is it's probably not an easy answer, but I will say that on YouTube, for example, anytime you even put a link in the description that links to a gambling site, you're going to get terms of service. So the truth is, in my opinion, that Twitch is just not the right place for that, because there's just too much potential for harm there.
What is?
I don't know.
None. I mean, we're never gonna. Nobody's ever gonna agree on any of these points, because it's a no across the board.
Yeah, probably it probably is, you know, and you know, it's fine. It is, because at the end of the day, what you're doing is not good. And I understand that it's content, and I understand that you're getting paid, and that everyone's having fun on the face of it. But like underneath, you've got this big iceberg where on the top everyone's having fun watching, and you're making a lot of money, and then underneath the water is this huge clump of suffering that's going to happen as a result of people getting into gambling from watching you. So, I mean, ethically, it's never okay, but it's really even specifically less okay in this case.
Okay, so one of my early reasonings, early on, before I even started any of this, and I agree with what you just said. My early reasonings, not like a coping, like, oh yeah, it's gonna. Oh, I feel better doing it. I was gonna do. People always ask me a streamer for at least one Gamba stream, whatever, and I wanted to do a Gamba stream, and so I had to sign up, right? And one of my early reasonings, while I was going to that first Gamba stream, that was unsponsored, just willingly, is that there were so many barriers to get there, that like, yeah, even I, as a 25-year-old, I'm like a Zoomer, right? I signed up, did all the verifs, all over. I have a PayPal with money. I have a credit card with money. I have it all set up.
Hanzuli, that's the dumbest argument anyone's ever made.
Money in.
Mm-hmm.
You're too fucking stupid.
And to me, that was my first thought. I was like, okay, well, fuck. I mean,
you're too stupid to respond.
If I can't fucking do it, you know. It looked like there was a good amount of
I drove a car so I can gamble without an ID. Is
like,
the stupidest argument.
It, but maybe
it doesn't deserve a response.
Maybe I'm just a dumbass, though. Maybe I'm just an idiot for not being able to deposit it. But
no,
still.
You're right. Sometimes it can be hard. But the one thing I would point to is that I've seen, I actually haven't seen, but I've heard references, maybe you've seen it, where streamers show the amount of money that their audience has actually deposited using their codes as a result of their streams, and that these numbers are massive. So however difficult it is, people are figuring it out, right?
I showed mine, and mine were. I'm actually kind of confused about that though. Mine were dog shit. So because my people don't gamble, I don't understand. I at least showed them all of them. They were trash. but which doesn't make it better. I'm not gonna say, sit behind and say.
Well, maybe you were
not
more.
A lot of people used it.
It's possible that the way you promoted it was in a way that you were more upfront about it, that what didn't look more appealing to people, whereas there's other people doing it and their numbers are massive. So there's obviously a reason with how they're doing it, how they're promoting it, how they're talking about it, that will drive more people. It could also depend on the website you're on, where maybe the website you were playing on was legit and they were much more rigorous with letting people deposit, where someone else might be playing on a shadier website that's much more easy to get money in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be like and I think obviously in the streamer's responsibility, you know,
yeah,
to
for sure.
get something that has a good amount of barriers or whatever. Because all I'm trying to say is that if the age thing is really hard, because it'll be difficult to navigate through content, right? With like the age, if people make the correct things, like 18 plus in title, mature barrier, I don't know, age verified login or some shit. It's take all the proper precautions on other topics that aren't gambling, right? Is it gonna be right or not, right? And at that point, I just feel like it's a slippery slope. I generally fear that it could be a slippery slope.
What? Like what else are you concerned about being excluded from Twitch because we're concerned about the kids?
I've had the same issues in some of my other adventures, like Overwatch League, whatever. Like drinking alcohol, smoking.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So the difference is, if you want to drink on stream, you're not getting paid by the alcohol company to. Hold on, I'm not done.
Friday Fireball, boys. Friday Fireball.
You have. I was gonna say.
Let's get fucked up. Come on now. Let's not do that. Come on.
I'm not done talking. You don't have an affiliate code that people are going to go run into the shop and get fucking discounts on alcohol. And also in America, alcohol is extremely regulated. You cannot go into a store and buy alcohol without an ID. For the most part, people are blank.
Oh, so you're saying there's an 18 plus barrier that you have to cross, that you can. There would be
Alcohol,
for you to cross
alcohol is regulated very fucking tightly by the government in all aspects. There are laws
so
governing
gambling,
all of that.
and not this one, though.
So you wouldn't be able to go next to a store and ask somebody to get it, or a brother.
But that's up to Twitch, and that's up to the streamer. We're comparing that to gambling, which is unregulated and super shady. Alcohol is
That's on the legal side. That's on the other party's side. What I mean is on the streamer's responsibility and how they drive content when it has a legitimate.
Look, if you're doing
barrier.
if you're doing a stream where you're pounding alcohol to the point where you're blacking out, because that's kind of what the gambling is, right? It's like pound.
That's the argument.
So if you're doing a stream where you're blacked out gambling,
that's
or
the
even
argument.
less, like, let's say, because
Twitch would fucking ban you if you did a Fireball sponsor stream and he got absolutely wasted. You would get banned.
He's not even playing with his own money,
heartbeat.
and he's pounding iced tea. And he's like, "You guys, let's go get fucked up with me."
I've made this argument before as well.
I mean, listen, you got to use your head and do the right thing.
No, it makes sense. I'll add to it in a minute. For me,
I don't think you should get blackout drunk on stream. That's probably a bad idea. I can speak from experience on that one.
It makes sense. All I wanted is that the lines are drawn, that this isn't okay, even with the 18 plus, and that is, because I feel like if we always push this thing where like if everything you do is that's the children, then you're gonna be like, oh my God, they're drinking, and saying that it's okay to children, smoking, and then it's like a never-ending thing, isn't it? Do you not understand? Like, and it'll be literally difficult to drive content that's organic to these imaginary barriers that are in place that we're putting to try to counter it. But
well,
I mean,
society is much better equipped to preventing kids from getting alcohol and cigarettes. I mean, obviously kids can get whatever they want, but like it's well established societal norms and laws and regulations where these kind of wild gambling sites are not.
I think Ethan should ask him if XQC would promote smoking on stream, if he would smoke cigarettes, and talk about how with his affiliate code you could buy a cigarette.
Specifically,
I mean, seriously, that's the question I have for XQC and everyone else is like, would you fucking promote cigarettes to kids? Would you smoke cigarettes?
Game that has fucking loot boxes or some shit and spam the $500 button back to back to back to back and open this shit all fucking day without any barriers whatsoever that prevents them from doing so. So when you talk about only the barrier as an argument, it just doesn't hold up.
You were talking about what? I'm sorry. What was the example you used?
You guys are reaching so far to make X look bad. X doesn't even have to look bad. He's literally inserting himself to make it seem like he's defending something that he already previously considered to be indefensible. Do you understand? So I don't even know why he's doing this. Because he's not even making, one, a good argument, two, hyper-focusing on like the most semantics-focused element, which is that, you know, you don't know if it's a scam or not.
I mean, listen,
while simultaneously, like,
people that are doing shitty
I don't know why he's even defending any of this shit, to be honest with you. Because he himself already knows, like, yeah, this was bad. I fucked up. I'm not doing it.
And you know,
you know what I mean?
Started regulating that kind of thing.
That wasn't even a conversation that we had either, by the way.
That is very bad. You know, that I agree with is bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna add Train to the call. Yeah, I mean, he wants to be in. Are you okay with that or not?
Who are you adding?
Train. Are you okay with that?
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Run Train on me.
I think he wants it for the content. Yes.
Yo, we're still in here, boys.
He made good points. Not 100% scam. Hard to barrier.
Hey, something.
What?
Run Train on me, daddy.
Dude, he did not make good arguments. What the fuck is wrong with you? He made terrible fucking arguments, dude. Not 100% a scam. Okay, it's 90% a scam. So, fuck it, dude. Like, then it's acceptable. And it's hard to barrier. That's not even true.
About like what games he's playing, where he's playing at. So like if he wants to get into specific stuff like that, I need to do more research to be able to have a high level conversation with him.
This is the worst. This is the worst part about this is because like little fucking 12-year-old juicers are gonna come into my chat and everywhere else and try to like repeat XQC's watered down points to begin with, which are not good.
Well, what's up, Trent? What's up, man? Hey, your mic is kind of scuffalonia. What's up, man?
Bro, I'm gonna keep it $150. My main mic ain't working, okay, and I gotta use these A50s, which, listen, it's gonna be a little tough with my deeper voice because these A50s don't really capture it, but we're fucking here. How you doing,
Okay.
H3?
Hi, Trainwrecks. How are you?
Uh-oh.
It's Trainwreck, actually. I don't like the
Trainwreck. Sorry. Train, run. Are you gonna here to run Train on me?
No. Listen, I look like a mean guy, but I'm actually a teddy bear inside, so don't worry. I'm not going to run Train on you. Unless, hey, if you're into that, we can get naked and do some weird shit together. But, you know, if you're not into that, then no, I'm not running Train.
Okay, we'll figure that out later.
All right, sounds good, brother. Okay, so let's get to the, let's get to the brass tacks, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is kind of an awkward, because I feel like I entered in at a time.
Oh, you're good. Forget it. Yeah.
We're all talking about everything already, you know, so we have to go back to the beginning. Does that make any sense?
Listen.
Yeah.
I think I was explaining to XQC that I can't have a high level conversation on all the facts about which games you're playing or which casinos. My main points that I want to make is that one, these are unregulated gambling sites. I don't know which websites you're explicitly gambling on, and we could try to fact check that live. But two, you know, I don't know. People say that your audience is older, but like, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of kids watching you on Twitch. Okay.
You can say that to anybody, anywhere, on any platform whatsoever.
Say what?
Here.
You can make that case an argument and have a point for any content creator.
I'm gonna real quick.
And three, it's top of the fucking hour.
I'm gonna ask you a question, okay? A very simple one. Have you sat through a 20-hour stream of mine? Just one of them.
No.
Twitch Primes, boys, get them out.
This is the problem. So like, my biggest, my issue,
if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience,
is the people you're getting your information from.
It's coming.
Right? The people that you're friends with on Twitch.
Or a regular $5
they are
subscription.
Projecting their own experiences to you, and you're taking them as fact. These people are the ones that play with fake money. These are the ones who have catered to 12-year-olds specifically for 5+ years. These are the ones that they're doing everything that you're telling us that we're doing, but we're not. So like that's my issue. If you sat through one of my streams, one of them, you would understand like the content itself, what I do, who I cater to. It is a whole different demographic, whole different style. The gambling comes first, the sponsorship second. I gamble for the last 5 years, anywhere I go, everywhere I go, off stream, on stream. Do you understand? Like, it's a whole different game. The people you're getting your information from, those streamers, they're gambling for the bag and only the bag. And that film money trash, I agree, that is immoral. Because at that point, it's not gambling anymore.
Yeah.
If you're taking a sponsorship, right, to get, let's say, $60K a month, okay, and you want to secure that $60K, which means you're playing with film money, you're no longer gambling. And if you're no longer gambling...
That's what Aiden Ross is doing, by the way.
You're misrepresenting gambling as a concept. Even though it's already bad, you're making it worse just for bag, which is legitimately pretty evil.
Well, I think yeah, go ahead. I think there is a debate to be had. Is casino gambling an appropriate viewing sport? Is it an ethical, viewable sport? You know what I mean?
What?
Is casino gambling, playing slot machines, which is, I think, what you do most of the time, right, Trainwreck?
I do, yes.
So is playing slot machines an ethical view of sport or activity to stream online, period?
I think it is.
No.
I think it is. I think it is. For many reasons, but I'll give you one. Okay? I truly believe, and I've said this publicly as well. If we can somehow get an 18+ guarantee, like a Twitch watch party, I'm for that. I'm in support of that. I've been trying to push people who are under 18 out of my channel since the beginning of fucking time, okay? I clown these little 12-year-old fucks, okay? Fuck them kids, you understand? I don't want little 12-year-olds watching me. I don't want 16-year-olds watching me, even before gambling. Do you understand? Like, it's not me, it's not my style. I find it fucking weird to, like, if you see me at conventions, H3, you'll probably catch one 15-year-old walking up to me for a picture. You understand? It's not me or my...
Nobody walks you for pictures, though.
Okay, suck my dick.
If Twitch was able to implement some guaranteed, like 18+ or 21+, then that would be a lot better. But currently, they're not doing that. And then the other issue itself, though, is beyond that, is that it's the websites themselves. We don't know how legit these websites are.
We'll get there right now, but I want to address the other thing. My problem is we're mixing people who are taking the sponsorship for the bag and promoting gambling while they themselves are not gambling or love gambling.
How much money do you get paid every month from them?
I get paid, I'd say, well, right now I'm down.
How much do they pay you as a flat fee every month for fulfilling your contractual obligations to them?
I'll probably get in trouble for releasing it, but I'll tell you $1 million a month. And I'm down 2.8 million this month. So now you can see how degenerate it is. It's bad. And I don't push
Okay, now I know why. Now I know why they defend it, dude. $1 million a month? Of course he's going to defend it.
Is that what they're doing or not?
So real quick, earlier in the argument.
That's the most insane thing I've ever heard.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I want to make one more clarification just to set the groundwork here. Well, do you also get a commission from the people that use your bonus code, right?
I get amount wagered, but I don't push the code at all. And
it's on your screen the whole time, right?
It is on my screen, but I tell people not to gamble at all. Every hour, I tell them to gamble. Every win, I tell them not to gamble.
Yeah,
I tell them they lose.
That's performative. That's performative. You know, there's a reason they're paying you $1 million a month. You could say, hey, don't gamble. But you're gambling. They're paying you $1 million a month flat to gamble. You're getting a commission from all the people using your code. It's not. You can't just dance around it like, hey guys, wink wink, don't gamble. That's just. I understand that you're not trying specifically to drive people to the code, but the effect of you doing that is that people are going to do that.
Wait, let me respond. You are virtue signaling and high roading at that point. Listen, I'm not selling a false reality like Phil streamers. I'm not pushing my, let me tell you.
It's better that you're doing that, I agree.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I am not pushing my code in hopes to make money from my code. I am not telling them.
Then why be sponsored at all?
Wait. I am not selling a false reality that they can be like me and win hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. Therefore, they should use my code. All of this stuff is immoral and wrong. Do you understand?
That's good.
I am gambling on a site because I gamble anyways, and they're paying me to gamble on their site because they want me to be on their site. The people who gamble already are the ones that will be converted. Do you understand?
Can I ask you?
So gambling on a site is to convert people who are already gambling without me. Anyone who does not gamble, I push as much as I can not to get anybody to touch this shit. And I tell them the truth. And if you watch, no, H3, wait. If you watched my streams, if anything, my stream is most authentic in the gambling world. Why? Because it doesn't sell false realities. My last 8 days, I've lost 8 hours straight. I lost. Do you understand? When you watch a clip of me winning $1 million, I have an issue with that because you're judging off one 30-second clip, but have you watched the 9 hours leading up to it? Do you know that when I won
That's the point. That's the problem. Nobody sees the losses. Everybody sees the wins.
No, you don't. And let me tell you what. If you did know it, you would still.
The losses don't deter people like the wins motivate them.
Sell the show that you need to be successful, and that's my fucking issue. Do you understand?
I don't think the fact that you're losing money.
Deter people.
First of all, it's better. It's better. I agree.
The losses don't deter people as much as the wins motivate them to gamble. That's always the case.
That you're deluding yourself by making yourself. I think you're telling you're rationalizing that because by you being more upfront and more honest that it's okay that. In that regard, I don't see it that way. It is better. It's more honest. But let me ask you this.
The irony is his defense is literally explaining why it's such a big problem for so many human beings.
Why take their money
to get involved in gambling?
I have a point. You know what? You have a living example in the code right now.
What do you mean?
No.
Why get paid? You're saying you're in it for the love of the game. Why take?
We have a great example here. I'm a living example of what you're saying. My first 1 day, 2 day, unsponsored, raw balance, just pure degenerate, right? And the first sponsor was no difference at all. All I had to do is just hashtag add it. No difference in behavior, amounts, no deliverables, absolutely fucking nothing, right? Literally nothing. For a payment later on, right? Now. If you compared that to the stream the day before, that was just pure gambling, right? Where did you draw the line? Where did you draw it? Because I did not have a code on screen, or a code at the bottom, or a banner at the top, or some shit.
It's better. It's better if you're not being paid to do it. It's much better.
No.
Oh man.
The second they was paid, but nothing changed. Nothing changed.
You don't realize what you just admitted there. What you just admitted there is pettiness. And you listen. I'm gonna break down.
No. It's a very clear distinction.
No, it's not. It's not. Think about this, okay? So if you're gonna virtue signal or high road
virtue signaling.
Then if you're gonna care about the kids, right? So let's say I go live on stake and I'm not getting paid, and every day I'm spinning slots of 50K people. You're telling me your argument would change because I don't have a banner or because I'm not sponsored? If that would change your argument, then it's not for the kids you're doing this for. It's for the fucking show.
It's still wrong. I didn't say it's okay. I said it's better. Because you're saying I'm in it for the love of the game. I don't care. I play with my own money, which is great, which is nice and all, but you're still getting paid $1 million a month. And how much are you making on your code, by the way?
Dirt cheap compared to what I get paid. Dirt cheap. In 3 months, I made 250K. In 3 months.
Okay.
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
Well, it makes it a lot easier to make gambling look like a sustainable activity when you're getting $1 million a month from the platform to do it. If you weren't being paid by the platform to gamble there, first of all, you wouldn't be sitting there playing nonstop. Yeah. By the way, $250,000 is a lot of money. By the way.
Even shove a dildo up my ass. Listen.
I don't know anything about dildos up the ass, but $250,000 is a lot of money.
How can you tell me that I'm making it look sustainable when you just admitted you haven't watched a single stream? How can you tell me that?
Okay, you tell me how can you play every day and lose millions and millions and millions? Are you worth $100 million? How much are you worth? Where's all this fucking money come from?
You're such a dumbass if you think that money is going to motivate me like that.
Okay.
I have 45,000 subscribers, dude.
I have money? Who the fuck are you, the IRS? Like, what the fuck?
I'm just kidding. Most people can't sustain losing millions of dollars a month. That doesn't seem like a sustainable hobby to me.
Now you want to shame me because I can? I'm confused. What is your argument here? Is it for the kids? Is it because I'm spending too much? You don't like it? What's the deal? Have you watched the stream? It's not sustainable whatsoever. It's gambling. Gambling is degenerate. Do you understand?
I suggest you get some help.
This argument is dumb. If somebody wants to lose all their money, I mean, they can if they have the funds for it. I don't know.
You don't gamble to make money. And if you watched one of my streams, H3, you would realize you would.
You gamble to make money.
Yeah, because I'm fucking addicted and I'm a fucking idiot. But it's not sustainable. I've lost the last 8 days.
I would recommend. I hear you. I hear everything you're saying.
Oh my God, I'm so triggered.
Okay, let's take a moment and just take a breath.
No, because listen, I'm triggered for this reason. You literally just.
You're deluded, bro. You know everything you're doing is wrong, and you don't want to give it up because you're addicted to it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be the referee. I'm gonna be the referee. Train is triggered, okay, because you're talking about something serious. He throws real facts and concrete evidence at you, and you throw curveballs and nonchalance at him, and it upsets him.
He says.
Good referee, dog.
Like
Come on.
Like a sustainable hobby.
I'm glad that XQC is now the referee.
To lose $3 million a month. It does. I don't know many people with that kind of money to throw away.
Referee?
You just said. I gamble on stream and get paid for it to make it look like a sustainable hobby.
No.
That's what you just said. And what I responded with was, earlier you admitted you have not watched one of my streams. If you had watched one of my streams,
dude, I understand you don't beautify it. We've both agreed on this.
You would understand that in no way, shape, or form do my streams in any capacity.
I already agreed with that, dude.
Gambling, let me finish. Represent gambling to be sustainable or even break even.
Then stop taking money. Then we can see how unsustainable it really is.
Oh my God! Listen. In the beginning, before I met you or talked to you, I had this inkling feeling you're doing this for a show. Now that I'm sitting here talking to you and telling you this stuff, and your responses are these, I know for a fact it's a show. Like, this is insane to me.
Bro, my honest human-to-human advice is that I really think that you need help with your gambling addiction.
Okay.
Like, it just sounds like in a really real way that you are in a really bad spot. It's hurting you, and it sounds like you do have a lot of money invested from crypto, which is amazing. And I don't think anyone wants you to lose your ass doing this, because gambling, you're gonna lose everything. And the people watching are going to lose everything too if they're getting involved.
Well, apparently not, because he's getting $1 million paid a month.
I don't know where else to go with this. I mean, dude, I don't know what to say. I mean,
oh Jesus. Okay, well, listen, I'll tell you what.
Because that's what I'm hearing through it, is that you're basically saying I have a very severe addiction to gambling. That's what I'm hearing, and I feel bad for you. I really want you to, because I mean that's the way you're rationalizing it to me.
Ethan is backtracked from rigged RTP that the site is a scam. The site is a scam.
That's what I'm telling you.
He hasn't backtracked any of them.
Okay, the points were made. I think they were very simple.
He says he speculates the site could be a scam as far as like rigged roles, which I think it's a reasonable fucking assertion.
There's a very clear show, okay, that
he still thinks it's a scam.
There's money being made at least through the absolute raw gambling of it, right? And if he wants to throw his money away, I mean, we can speak about, fucking, oh yeah, you shouldn't do that or whatever. I get that. You shouldn't. But if he wants to, I mean, you can't. I mean, I think you're allowed to.
Of course.
Exactly.
But it boils down to him saying this: what I'm doing, I'm being very honest.
Casino?
We agree. I'm not.
Why don't you do a fucking normal casino stream then, dude? Why don't you fucking do a normal casino stream? Guess what? You can't, because it's fucking illegal.
The reality of gambling. Okay?
That's the point.
Okay, thank you.
Dumbass.
Yes.
Why do people think this is a good argument, dude?
You're saying that because I'm upfront and honest about the realities of gambling, that I'm not glorifying, I'm not beautifying it. But that makes it okay. And while I will,
I have not said that. I have not said that.
Well, if it's not okay, then why do you do it?
I think the speculation that the website could be juicing the rolls is a very understandable one. I don't think that, and that was his pure speculative point of view. And I don't disagree with him on that either.
And the people watching you.
And I do.
The reason why they're in Curacao is literally because they're unregulated.
Very often. Do you understand? I tell them gambling is not sustainable. It is not okay. Do not put a single dollar in. You will fucking lose. And I say it over and over. I show it with action. It's not like I'm sitting there winning and saying don't gamble. In that way, it would be performative. You're right. But I am losing and losing and losing, but I'm having a good time.
I don't think the outcome should justify the rules.
But I don't even give a fuck
in this scenario. I think it's irrelevant to even talk about it.
I've never even speculated that the roles are rigged. I don't know why the fuck they're talking about this so much.
Acknowledge that what you're doing is not okay, right?
Is besides the point.
At the same time, you're saying because you're up front,
I think that point is completely unimportant.
Yourself doing these streams. I'm saying that it doesn't justify the streams. And so that's where we're disagreeing. Just because you're upfront about how bad it is, it doesn't justify you doing it. The fact that you're self-aware about it does not absolve you of what you're doing.
We're not. First of all, I'm not looking to be absolved. That's number one.
There's an issue of should you be doing it or should you not be doing it. I think you should not be doing it. The fact that you're self-aware about it does not change my opinion about if you should be doing it or not.
Yeah, listen, and you have every right to have the opinion to think I shouldn't be doing it. Where we disagree is you spitting bullshit to try and somehow solidify why I shouldn't be doing it. Do you understand? So you're trying to change why I shouldn't be doing it from your opinion to some sort of fact because it's rigged, it's a scam, you know, there's weird shit going on. That's the problem. Do you understand? But if you think I shouldn't be doing it, that's completely fine. I know gambling's fucking bad. I say it every day. It is a terrible fucking thing. You will never fucking win. You'll be lucky to break even. That's the real gamble. Breaking even is winning some fucking how. And you will always fucking
lose. To be fair, though, I don't think it's an unreasonable speculation to make that it could be rigged roles.
You're still bound to come back and lose all
I don't think it's an unreasonable speculation
back.
to be made, but it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter.
I gamble. I don't convince myself since I'm transparent it's okay. No, it's not okay, but I enjoy gambling. The difference is you think the streamers you talk to, they're gambling not because they love it. They're gambling because they're getting paid for it. You understand? And that is a larger problem because none of it is transparent and there is
I agree that's a bigger problem.
Do you understand that? That's a huge problem.
I agree. I agree with you on that point.
You as a streamer, you losing or winning, okay, doesn't justify shit. Okay, it just doesn't. It's about the way you do it and what you portray while doing it. Okay, when I did my first gambling stream, I said, guys, I just bought 30K worth of crypto from Train. That money is lost. We already lost it. I didn't buy a fucking car or a lamp or a fucking bed. I bought a fucking piece of content. I legitimately, 30K, it's already lost. Well, let's have a good time with it, right? That's how I portrayed it because that's exactly how it was. The problem is it these other dudes that kind of like massive, like they're not being upfront about what's happening. If Trey wants to say, guys, I'm buying 500K, right? And we're gambling it, and these are my wins or whatever. That's fine. But some of these other dudes, like, they'll get a big win. They don't keep all of it. The money was fake in the first place. Yeah. So, it's just a dishonest portrayal of gambling. It's fucking stupid. So the way they're losing it is terrible. So there's degrees of it. I think I agree with you, Ethan. I'm actually against it on this. I feel like we shouldn't do it. And I get that. And that's an opinion. We're both right. We're both wrong.
I agree with everything.
He says that you can. But there's degrees. So people are doing
it way I agree.
Worse.
There's the degrees. And Trainwreck, I'll say this. If you disclose how much you're getting paid, if you can verify that the websites you are playing on are regulated by like legitimate gambling commissions.
Yeah, let's talk about the casino now.
If you hold on. If you can verify that it's all legit, over the table, and governed by legit gambling commissions, if you disclose how much you're being paid by them, and then I would say that's as close to clean about it and upfront about it as you can be. And it sounds like you are pretty upfront, and I agree that there are obviously layers to it. Like, take what Aiden Ross is doing. That's the worst case because he's not using his own money. His fans are especially kids, and he doesn't care about gambling, and he doesn't win or lose. It's just not even his money, so he doesn't give a fuck. So he really selling a fantasy world.
I think film money sells false realities. I've talked to Aiden about this. Like,
just for the viewer, what the fuck is a film money?
Phil money is a false reality. Phil money is where it's the same thing other streamers have taken, mutuals of ours, H3, right? Phil money is where a casino pays you 60K a month, let's say 60K a month or 80K a month, whatever the fuck it is. They pay you, and then what they do is they want you to keep that money protected. So what they do is every stream, they give you deposits of $5,000, $5,000, $5,000, $5,000 continuously. And if you win, you keep 20%. And if you lose nothing, right? So it's a win-win situation, and you're selling a false reality because everyone that's watching you, they're taking full risk while you yourself are not. So at that point, you're literally taking advantage and you're selling a false reality, and that is fucking dangerous, right? So
yeah, I agree.
I'm very vocal about that, and I'm very against that, right? And that's why so like the same heat I get from the side of you guys, I'm getting it from the gambling community. Those motherfuckers hate me too, because I've come into the scene and I'm using raw balance. And I'm fucking talking about the transparency effect of the gambling world, and they fucking hate me. So I'm fighting a two-front war. I got you motherfuckers over here, and I got the gambling streamers over here. I'm in the middle. Goddamn cock meat sandwich. You understand? So.
Well, okay. Well, I'm not against you. I didn't come here to fucking pincer you and clap you. All I said is that I've come to terms with
Ethan is asking. Ethan just texted me to ask me if I want to come on. I said I think it's gonna get heated if I get on.
And why it shouldn't be bad. And I feel like you're absolutely entitled.
Hassan? Do you guys mind if Hassan joins?
And you're absolutely entitled to you saying that it is okay and doing it up until it could be regulated or something, whatever. But I feel we need to remain.
I'll add him.
We have to remain rooted in reality, where we know there's degrees, right, that are like exponential, right, where some of them at the very bottom of the ladder, and it ramps up to fucking scumlord, dog shit, trash, real fast, real quick, and it's bad for everybody. That's the main problem. Is when you guys use broad terms.
Is all the same, though. I mean,
well, yeah, no, it's not. You lump us with the fuckers that sell an idea.
Are you watching this?
Yeah, listen. You're lumping the scum lords with the scam lords. You're doing it again.
Can you guys hear me?
Ultimately, like all fucking roads lead to the ocean, right? Like, come on, dude. I mean, like you're doing it one way, he's doing another way. Yours is a little better, but ultimately,
that's a slippery slope, Ethan.
All fucking rivers lead to the ocean, dude.
What's next, Ethan? I opened 10 loot boxes. I'm going to jail. What the fuck?
If you want to get the argument,
why not? Why not?
Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, we hear you.
It's all bad. Guess what?
Okay.
Surprise,
First of all, slippery slope is a fallacious argument. You can't use that as a logical fallacy.
In the world doesn't mean that what you're doing isn't bad.
Okay.
Slippery slope is a very good argument.
No, slippery slope is literally a logical fallacy. It's like it's like making an argument about like any laws that could be bastardized. So like all laws.
I can't hear you.
Don't use terms that are more than 5 syllables, so nobody's gonna follow you.
Well, you just said slippery slope is a debate.
Yeah, but if you use words that have more than 5 syllabuses, we're not.
Hold on. I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna come in and out. Okay, can you hear me now?
So I feel like there's some cross debating going on.
Why is there not? But I can't hear everyone. What's going on? I can't hear anybody.
Can you hear me? Hello.
I hear train wreck.
Okay, so real quick as well.
Can I hear you?
While we figure this out.
Listen, I can't. Okay, so Hassan, sorry. Hold on one second.
I feel like I'll talk while you fix this. I feel like we've shifted ever since I joined the call from promoting to kids to gambling just being bad in general, right? Like, and I think now I'm
deadliest vice.
Yeah, but the primary argument used to kind of like muddy the waters is that we're sitting here, and you've included me in this, which I find odd because I'm probably one of the few streamers that caters to a much older audience. Are there kids watching? Sure, but I'm not catering to them. I'm trying to get them out as much as I can, and if Twitch gives me more tools, I'll get them out altogether, right? So we need to figure out what you're talking about here. Are you talking about people who are catering to children and promoting to children, knowing they're promoting to children? Or are we talking about gambling is just bad in general, and even if you're streaming to an older audience, it should be gone, right? Like, I need to figure out where this is going, because I feel like the argument has evolved since I got here.
Yes, that's what happens generally with conversations. Look, there's different layers, so we've debated it all. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
but
need
it's
to
only
relitigate.
evolved because I've gotten here.
I don't
right?
need to go back and relitigate every single point. Let me just try to get Hassan's mic working.
Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, we hear you.
I mean, everyone else can hear me. I think it's an in-studio problem, probably.
Can't we hear him?
No, Hasan. His producers are multi-billionaire market leaders. Their audio is not scuffed. It's yours, you fucker. Fix your shit, you pussy.
No,
it's
there's
yours.
probably
No,
there's
it's
probably
yours.
a,
Point, Dan.
It's yours, the fuck.
listen. There's probably a problem with you know getting it into Ethan's speakers
he
or
does
ears
have
or
a
something.
point, Dan. If we can't hear
Yeah, I don't know.
Hassan's, he might be right that it is on our side.
Yeah, maybe.
It most likely is, yeah.
What the fuck? Why can't we hear Hassan?
It's because of the camera. Hasan,
Yeah, turn off your camera.
Turn off your camera and
sorry.
enable on your OBS. There.
Wait, really?
Is allergic.
Okay.
And then
Can you
leave
hear
the
me
call
now?
and come back in. Leave the call and come back in.
It's Discord.
Oh,
No, you did
Shit.
it again. Leave the call, but join with the phone, not with the camera.
okay. All right, how about now? Can you hear me now?
Oh, Dan, you're fired.
All right.
What the fuck? XQC actually doing a decent job with the production here.
XQC is a smart guy. People just don't, you know.
I never said he's dumb. He's very smart. I like XQC.
Oh, thanks, man. I like Ethan sometimes.
Thank you. Sometimes let's start with that. That's a good
I
guy.
slipped it in there. Maybe I shouldn't have. Okay, let's just forget about it.
Okay, Hassan, what do you want to say?
Okay, first and foremost, I think that gambling streams, especially when it comes to slot streams, are really bad. I've been saying this since day one. This is my day one argument. I think it's terrible.
What?
And if you want to understand why it's terrible, look no further than Trainwreck's own personal experience. Train, do you want other people to be subjected to the same experience that you yourself have subjected yourself to? Because the reason why you get paid $1 million a month from Stake is not because they're fucking idiots, but because obviously there is a return on their investment there where a bunch of people are getting caught up in a similar problem. That's the issue at hand.
If you use that as a content pivot or a content guide for you, no content will ever make sense. If you say,
why?
Because I feel like it's just an odd argument.
Why is it?
Also,
no, I don't think it's an odd argument.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's an odd argument at all. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. There's a reason why there's so much regulation around gambling and also even alcohol and other vices, right?
First, let me respond.
A question that was posed to him.
Yeah. First, let me respond. No, because Hasan asked me a question first. Did he not? Yes, he did. So let me answer the question from that.
Don't do anything. Come back.
And then he can respond to his. So let me answer your question. The way I go about it, from when I talk to him, okay, I stay transparent as possible and I show the reality of gambling on my stream. You understand? By not taking any of this bullshit, shady deals, no fake money, I show new people who might have not seen gambling before the real bullshit of gambling. You will lose and you will be very, very, very lucky to even break even. It is a terrible thing. I have a good time. Just wait. The people that are being paid, you know, or me getting paid to gamble on their site, the people targeted aren't new people. It's people who are using the other sites that are gambling regardless. Do you understand? Those people are looking to be transferred onto that are gamblers like me. Any new people, that's why constantly I talk and constantly I stay transparent about how shitty gambling is. My gambling pay or me gambling.
You can't possibly be making an argument that like what you're doing is a positive, right? Like about
no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Like educating people on the terrible side of gambling, right? That's not what you're saying.
No, 100%. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
This is unquantifiable, and I think it's rerouting the damage elsewhere. When I think it's like a blanket thing. I think it's across the board.
Now let me just explain another thing as far as like the slippery slope argument goes, right? There are certain things that are completely regulated and even restricted to advertise on Twitch, on every other platform. For example, a lot of these gamble streams would not fly, especially ones where like they're staking you. They would not fly on YouTube at all. They would just not. That would not happen. The only reason why we're able to do that here is because The only reason why we're able to do that on Twitch is because Twitch does not regulate it. Now,
Why do we care? Is YouTube the law? What?
No, it's not.
When has YouTube became the model of our existence?
No, I'm not saying
I'm gonna
that.
go out there on the street and do dumb shit. But do they do it on YouTube? Let me Google this. Can I do dumb shit like this in real life? Oh no, YouTube doesn't do it. I can't do it.
Where was this argument of the sexual content, right?
What is
Can
that?
Can I finish my point? Can I finish my point? Hold on. Just hold on.
Okay.
The reason why said regulations exist is because of the incalculable harm that it does when you're promoting a dangerous vice like gambling, sometimes to even younger audiences. It's not even a think of the kids argument at that point. It's just that it is still a bad and wrong thing to do. And I think your personal experience, it's not. It's YouTube still demonetizes and punishes casino streamers and gambler streamers though.
It hurts them. It's not like they're getting paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions behind the doors. But no, they don't get the code in the description. Oh no, what are we gonna do?
Why do you think? Why do you think?
Code that's restricted. That's it.
Why do you think there are restrictions around gamble streams and slot streams and just gambling in general? Like, why do you think you have to leave a certain? Why do you think you have to leave a certain state in order to be able to gamble freely on an offshore gambling website? Why don't you go to a regular sweepstakes website, for example?
Because American laws are the way they are, and
do you understand why there are laws around this specific issue?
Same way that there's laws with drinking, smoking.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed.
It's a vice.
Okay.
We're gonna bring up.
It causes damage to people.
Would you do an affiliate? Would you do an affiliate code? Would you do an affiliate code for smoking cigarettes on stream if you were paid enough money? And
I don't know. You were the one sitting here the other day with Miskif who was at Friday Fireballs, and you didn't seem to thought that bringing.
I'm asking you a question. Yeah. There's a difference between alcohol and cigarettes. Would you?
There is.
And there's still regulation. There is still regulation surrounding.
Backpedal Andy up in this bitch.
It's not a backpedal. I'm asking you a direct question, and instead of answering it, you're deflecting. Would you smoke a cigarette on stream or multiple bogues on stream, and then tell your fans like XQC, codename Juicer, if you use the affiliate code, you can get a fucking Marlboro Red.
We don't do that for gambling though. We don't do that. We talk about. No.
As far as the drinking alcohol goes, as far as the unethical nature of like alcoholic content or whatever, I don't know how Miskif's audience demographic, but I've worked with. I have worked with, and also on top of that, just wait. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. Let me finish my point. I can't speak specifically.
Go ahead.
Okay, stop malding. Just listen. I can't speak specifically for Miskif's situation. Okay, but there's 2 points I'm going to make. Number one, in most circumstances, when you are promoting alcohol, the alcohol provider that is buying gambling on your inventory will request your demographics to ensure that a certain percentage of it is above the age of 21 or 18 if applicable to the international audience. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but regardless, if Miskif was literally mainlining Fireball and getting fucking absolutely wasted and then drunk driving, he would literally, if he was doing that on stream, he would get banned. He would get absolutely fucking banned. Fedmeister unironically got banned for being sloppy as shit and completely fucking straight up drunk. He got banned.
It's a self-harm rule, Hasan, not a fucking ethics, morals, or law rule. You can't get blacked out dying.
Wait, what's the ethics behind the self-harm rule then? No, you're right. What's the ethics and the morality behind self-harm? Why can't you show self-harm on Twitch then? Except for slots, apparently. But why can't you show self-harm on Twitch?
Oh, yikes.
What? No, nah. You don't get to do that.
Okay, come on. Answer my question. It's a simple question. Why can't you show self-harm? Why can't you show self-harm on Twitch, you think?
The reasons don't matter.
No, it does matter. It absolutely does matter.
I do not understand
those reasons are literally the reason why we are having this conversation to begin with around morality and ethics. Why self-harm is not allowed on the content because it promotes a horrifyingly destructive set of behaviors that if an impressionable audience were to follow, they would fucking engage in self-harm. Now, that's precisely why getting fucked up. That's precisely why getting fucked up on alcohol to a degree where you're like, you literally can't comprehend or can't work around and walk around will get you banned because, again, to your impressionable audience, regardless of age, that is really destructive behavior. Now go on.
You would get banned if you did the same thing with water. If you were to conduct in a way that would self-harm you or kill you with water, you'd get banned just as much as if it was with alcohol. The end game possible worst outcome is irrelevant.
What?
It's irrelevant.
Water is not an addictive substance. It's one that you need for survival, whereas alcohol is a vice, which is a more applicable argument in this situation.
You jumped.
Do you unironically think that, like, the self-harm?
Nope, you jumped from drinking alcohol to dying on stream. You made that jump.
Dying on stream? I didn't say dying on stream is bannable.
Yeah.
I said drinking alcohol to a degree where you are so sloppy drunk. Wait, I can't hear you. You got cut off.
I really feel like
you made that jump. I did. You did it.
It's so crazy. Like, as soon as XQC and I joined the call, we have went from streamers promoting a scam to kids to some like 17 other evolved fucking arguments that I've never heard you guys like. It's the craziest. It's like anything to get your narrative across. It's the weirdest shit I've heard in my life.
No, my narrative has been consistent since day one. I don't even know if slots or stake is, or the slot machines that they utilize, the IP that they use, which is a third-party IP. I don't even know if they're scammable or not. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me if they're scammable or not. I don't know. I don't even know why we're talking about this. I never made that assertion, but I do totally understand why Ethan, given all of his previous experience with like CSGO lottos and all this other shit, would reasonably come to that assertion, which he
is not. Listen,
he did what I said earlier. He's doing it. Oh, he's lumping it. He's ringing that
you
bell.
Cannot lump that. You understand?
Okay, I am not even saying that I never made that assertion. But I do think it's a reasonable one to speculate on, given the previous examples of it.
But when Ethan says, very subtly and kind of in a general way doesn't specify what he means and what he's talking about when he says, let me finish. When you say in my past, I have dealt with these gambling institutions and they can rig their stuff, right? You need to specify you were in this CSGO world. No shit, they can rig their shit. They made their own slots. They made their own fucking
unregulated gambling site. It wasn't.
They made their own shit. There's providers here that are.
Yeah, they don't get that here though. They don't get that. I explained this already.
Look, at the end of the day, dude, it boils down to we all agree it's wrong, right? We all agree it's fucked up, right?
I don't think Train does. But I don't know.
Train said it's wrong.
No, gambling is bad. Gambling is bad. Yes.
Okay, so then where we diverge is that you say, I know it's bad, but I'm gonna do it because I'm having fun. That's it. We disagree.
Like many other vices us human beings have, right?
Oh, but you're influencing people. That's the difference.
I'm not in.
And you're being paid a shitload of money.
Which I use to gamble, and I lose all of it.
The fact that you're losing money doesn't make it okay. It just means you're a bad gambler. Gamblers are bad at the end of the day.
Wait, what you just said being a bad gambler, if anything, now you have sold.
You're being paid.
You have done more damage there than I have on my stream. Saying that me losing money is you saying that. You're telling me that me losing.
Okay, there's a point on that as well that I want to make.
I'm a bad gambler implies there's a good gambler.
No, I just said all gamblers are bad immediately afterwards, so there's no need to latch onto it. We all agree it's bad. You're being paid $1 million a month plus to do it, and so you turn your head to doing a bad thing.
I don't turn my head to doing a bad thing.
There's an additional point to make here.
I don't even get paid to do it.
Trainwreck's talking about you talking about how you're a deterrent. You talking about how you're a deterrent, Trainwreck, is not a good argument either, especially Trainwreck. Tyler,
I'm not providing an argument, Hasan.
Okay, you talking about that doesn't mean anything because here, you and I both know this because I'm a fucking addict myself, okay? And even on like Grand Theft Auto roleplay when I was playing NoPixel, it was with fake fucking money. You and I both know that you see those wins and you're like, oh, I could get that too. Because the wins outweigh and completely overshadow the losses. The wins are a significantly more important motivator for people to go out and gamble than the losses are as a deterrent. So you could be losing for 19 hours in a fucking row, and someone could be watching you for 19 hours, but they see you get that win and that dopamine. dopamine is what guides them to do this.
Without context, sure, but with the way my streams are structured, I don't believe that's the case at all. I think the way I gamble and the awareness I give, I think it's doing the best it can for new gamblers. You understand? I'm gambling for me. I'm gambling for fucking fun. That's what I do. Do you understand? I'm not pushing toward this younger audience. I'm not catering to them. I'm not doing it for the bag of gambling. If I was, I would have taken a fake money deal. I'm sitting there. I'm doing my thing. I'm having
as
fun.
long as you disclose everything, then it's like.
I agree. I'm disclosing all of my shit. And I'm sitting there and doing my thing. Do you understand?
I think it's really good that you disclose today how much you're making, because I think it's important people know that. Or watching you play.
Okay, no. I generally think that this is like the fucking Twitter bait mentality, where you say, "Oh, that'll make it okay." They do it. Nah. What about that? They do it. No, but this. Nah.
Wait, what? What is it? What is the argument? I'm confused by what you're saying.
It's just pulling more and more, and you're never happy. You're outraged. We get it. Gamba equals bad.
Yeah,
we get it.
We all agree. What do you want?
There's gonna be a next step after that.
We all agree. Gamba is bad.
I feel like if he does that, right, and you wouldn't be happy.
What's even worse than Gamba is being paid by Gamba companies.
But here's the thing. Gambling
and then not disclosing it, which you did now. Which
in a lot of countries, such as Canada, gambling is legal. These guys have a license in Canada, correct? Yes. There's an older demographic that enjoys it. There's an older demographic that likes watching it, and there's an older demographic that enjoys it, correct?
Tell me, do you have demographic information?
So why? I posted on my Twitter, yes. So why? Yeah. So
what is it?
Okay.
So why is it the case that we've somehow shifted to gambling is bad overall and shouldn't be streamed for everyone? But we started out gambling shouldn't be streamed toward kids and promoted to kids.
I got you.
They don't exclude each other.
I'm confused.
So it starts at the top, Trent, and it's a breakdown. It starts at deceiving paid for Gamba is bad. Then it's paid Gamba is bad. Then it's Gamba promotion is bad. Then it's Gamba is like you just don't get there. We understand.
Wait, that's all correct to varying degrees.
No, it's not. Here's my problem.
That's all correct to varying degrees. You are correct. I don't know why you keep making that.
Before me and XQC joined, this all started with scammers, the fuck rigged. That's what it started as. Now we're just sitting here virtually.
Okay, I mentioned this already. I don't know why you guys are hyper focusing on this because because
it's serious.
We didn't even it was a fucking it was a brief aside in an overarching conversation about promoting gambling to people and how that's bad to do. And the reason why I guess you're hyper focusing on it is because it's speculative and it's the only part that is not tangible or tangible.
That is incorrect.
And
you know that.
XQC literally agrees with the rest of the fucking points that Ethan made, so I'm already confused on the rest of this conversation.
Here's the problem that I have with you, Hasan, and Ethan.
The difference is that you're saying, I'm not saying you can't do it. Clearly you are and you can. The difference is you've decided not to do it. You agree it's bad. You agree it has a negative effect on the people that watch you. We all agree that not disclosing is even worse, right? Not disclosing that you're unsponsored or not playing with your own money. That's even worse. But ultimately, is it ethical to be playing slot machines while being paid millions of dollars from the sponsor on Twitch? Is it ethical? No, no, I don't think so. But you I think you agree on all those points, but you continue to do it. So what can I say?
I think there's degrees of it. I feel like
I think
this is my true take. Okay,
black and white.
I've completely stopped it. But I think everybody's under their opinion.
Why did you stop?
I think my opinion is
that. Did you stop gambling, XQC?
Okay, I said this on stream. I love talking about this. Okay, so Gamba, I'm very easily addicted. Okay, when I play and I play a lot. Things feel weird. Maybe you guys don't get that. Okay, I'm like a dopamine, like a.
That's what Gamba.
I've had like a full 4 days after Gamba where things just didn't feel right. Where a normal win, a normal whatever, anything that was positive was kind of flat. And now it was kind of kicking in a little bit. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, your home runs got imbalanced because you got too used to the fucking dopamine hit from winning like a shitload of crypto.
Yeah, you're describing being addicted. Having. Yeah,
okay.
That's it. And then
Okay. Which brings.
Do you want people in your audience to get into a similar situation?
Exactly.
That's the question.
Okay. There goes now. I finish my point.
The pros and cons is like Do I let my audience get sucked into this, or do I take $1 million plus a month? That's the choice you face.
Okay.
That is such a misrepresentation of the choice.
Exactly what's happening.
That is not what's happening.
No. If the root behavior of your gambling is that you're going to make money and misrepresent it, that's your main goal, to make the bag, misrepresent and scam. Yeah, that's the opposite side of the
if you want to prove me wrong,
No, wait. If you're
don't take the money. Don't take the money.
If your rude behavior is,
I'm
doing it for content.
If your argument, excuse me one sec. If your argument is all around me taking the money or not, then it tells me and it paints a picture to anyone intelligent what you're actually arguing here in your actual stance. Do you understand? Me taking $1 million and then using that $1 million to add to the funds I'm already gambling with shouldn't make any difference to any virtue signaling argument you're making. Any of it. It shouldn't make any difference because I'm transparent. I'm disclosing what I'm making and I'm using it plus my own money to gamble. If you need me to take the $1 million out and not use it to gamble, I'm still on the same site that you say is damaging. So why does your argument change? Do you understand? That's what tells me this is some petty shit. It's a show.
Because I don't believe you. I don't think you would be gambling like you are if you weren't being paid $1 million.
I've been gambling for 5 fucking years. I've been gambling in every fucking form on Twitch.
I think the other part of this. Okay. I know you're a degenerate. I know you're Tyler. I know you're a degenerate. But the problem is like you don't want to fucking promote that behavior to your fans, right? Like who aren't getting paid $1 million on top of that. So, because the reason why you're down,
paid or not getting paid, I'm gambling on stream regardless.
The reason why you have the financial security right now to be able to have a fucking $2.3 million loss and recover from that, partially is the consequence that of your sponsorship.
Found that highly offensive.
I have not recovered from
billionaire.
I have not recovered from it.
I know you haven't. But what keeps you motivated? What keeps you motivated? What keeps you going is because one, you're addicted, and two, you still have one, you're addicted, and two, you have like either cryptocurrency from before or whatever. But most people are not in your shoes, so they're getting into that situation when they see you get those big wins.
Hasan, I let them know, do not do this. Listen. Here's what I say specifically. Even if I lose, I have a way out. Do you understand? I can pick up 6 different sponsors. I can come back. I make this clear every fucking 30 goddamn minutes that I have a way out. If you spend your shit, you're gone. There's no way out. There's nothing. You're fucked. Do you understand?
I know, but there's a reason why. There's a reason why Gamblers Anonymous and other websites urge you to never, ever, ever get like around gambling. It's like saying, look, I'm an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm just going to. I'm an alcoholic, and I'm just going to fucking go to the bar.
That argument isn't fair.
Because people are saying I can drink responsibly.
Hasan, if you're going to give me that argument, then I need you guys to put together a podcast and be this fucking hyper-focused on gambling as you or this hyper-focused on drinking and other addictive things as you are on gambling.
If you were going to a bar, okay, that could fucking somehow deliver. If you were doing sponsorships for a fucking bar that like delivers alcohol to you, okay, no matter what your age is, because there are ways around the age restrictions, as we've all talked about.
Exactly. That's a stretch and a half.
But that's not a stretch and a half, because that's the whole problem.
There is a way around age
restrictions. There's a reason why these websites shut down and then reopen under different names. There's a reason why they're based out of Curacao or whatever the fuck, rather than Canada. And there are real, like, legal sweepstakes websites out there, but they are fully regulated, and some states have decided that they're illegal to participate in. Like,
so instead of jumbling them all up and painting every casino the same color, have you done research on Stake? Because before I picked up anything, I've done research. Stake's been around for 4 years. Before that 4 years, there was another company, right, that they left that was been around for 10 years. And some of them left, made Stake. They've been around for 4 years. They will be around for another 10 years. There's so much, if you just do a little research, instead of just talking out your ass and basing this off of CSGO fucking Lotto, that you can go look at. Do you understand?
I'm not basing it off of CSGO Lotto. I don't know anything about CSGO Lotto. I wasn't around when that shit was popping off, okay? I can't even make that comparison because I'm unfamiliar.
I have a question. I'm genuinely curious. If nobody was paid for at all, and they decided to take their long-term streamer earnings, 3 mil, and gamble the fuck out of it over the span of 4 months, would you think about it or talk about it differently?
Yeah. And people have been doing that. I still think it's bad. Oh, 100%.
Why would you talk about it differently?
Because to me that is the equivalent of fucking slots are the equivalent of heroin.
So then it's
okay?
not about the kids. So then it's not about the kids.
And it's
so
the
why are we
equivalent
talking
of
about
fucking
kids?
being an alcoholic.
Talk about it differently.
And it's the equivalent of being an alcoholic on stream.
Everything.
Then you would argue it the same way, right?
Oh,
no.
Man.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question again?
Then you would argue the same way.
This is about stream. Oh man.
Or
not about it's all aspects of varying badness.
Okay, if you're going to downplay the importance and not give a fuck about it when it fits your arguments, whether somebody paid or not, then don't bring it up.
I'm not doing that.
Holy shit.
I've never done that. I think it's still bad.
You're overplaying the
it's
importance
not as bad. No.
And you're underplaying it when it doesn't. That's just stupid.
Oh my god, it's still bad. It's still bad. Okay, just like when I was talking about trains, Gambler streams versus everyone else's, regardless. Okay, it's still bad. There's just varying degrees of bad. Just because something is less bad doesn't mean it's not bad.
Yeah, Hasan, listen, I think what you're talking about is different from what Ethan was talking about. And let me explain how, okay? If you want to tell me that you think gambling streams are bad in general because gambling is bad and it's an addictive thing, I understand that. Do you understand? I get it. As an addict myself, I get it. But the way Ethan started this entire fucking thing off with our mutual friends, you know, kind of going into the drama show bullshit, right? It started with rigged, scammed, things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't know, but that streamers are in. Do you understand? Starting it with that, and now that we're in the conversation.
That's not what he started it with. That's what XQC took out of the conversation because he agreed with like most of the other points that Ethan had made.
That is what it started with before XQC even got involved. Do you understand? That is
one
one
aspect of a lot. Is that
but you can't say it and jumble us all up into it without any doing research.
I literally said you guys aren't doing the scamming. The difference between what you're doing and CSGO is that those guys own the fucking website. How many times do I have to say that?
Yeah, but even the casino now, have you done research into the casino now?
They did not know about
other
providers.
Casinos, I cannot speak for.
They did not know about providers and I told them about it.
You don't know about providers, you know about casino, you know about the hosting.
No, I know that there's a third party that I know that there's a third party that licenses that same software out to multiple different companies. That's why I'm saying it's irrelevant to the point, the overarching point of this argument. Like just because something is rigged, it doesn't mean
it's relevant.
It's
worse when it's rigged. It's definitely worse when it's rigged. But regardless of whether it's rigged or not, it's still bad behavior that you're promoting.
I can tell you for sure that most of these shady websites are probably going to do everything in their power not to pay out winners.
What?
That's a step. What?
Yeah. What is that? What are you saying?
What are you saying? I'm confused.
Shady casinos that accept crypto will fucking not pay people out on their winnings. They'll accuse them of cheating or.
Is there any evidence?
Editorial side or your factual side?
Is there any evidence of that, or even any reliable testimony on a heavy hitter kind website or industry leaders?
I don't know if you guys are playing on heavy hitter websites.
Yeah. What? Yeah. What?
Oh my god.
That's the basis of our conversation. Is that we take the precautions and the research, not the scumlord scam bullshit.
Wait, this is really hey XQC. I don't think you want to say that. I actually don't think you want to say that, especially considering the fact that you thought it was bad and you stopped doing that. I don't think you want to fucking say that, especially when you don't know, especially when it's crypto backed. I'm sorry to say this, but like, there's a reason why it's crypto based, and there's a reason why it's in some bumfuck fucking random island, and that's where it's based out of. And the reason is because they want to skirt regulations. Like, come on, you don't. I'm not saying that they're 100% going to do this, but there's an additional layer of being risk averse there.
They are licensed in Canada. Like, I'm confused.
No, wait.
I don't know which website
not
you're
in a way
on.
that fucks the user up. The way that Ethan is portraying it, that he's applying in a blanket across all sites and promotions onto. He's doing a blanket, all of them. Do you understand that? What he's saying is that people are getting scammed across the board. Is there any evidence that?
Oh my God.
I don't know if you know this, but you know there's a risk to even having a fuckload of money in your PayPal. Like there's even a risk to having a fuckload of money in your bank.
Hasan!
There's a level that's not FDIC insured. This goes significantly beyond that. That's what I'm trying to say.
So I'm confused here. Are we still talking about?
I'll admit this. I need to look into what casinos these Twitch players are playing on. I was under the assumption that the websites people are playing on, especially like Aiden, and I don't know what website you play on, Trainwreck.
I play on Stake.
Okay,
just so you can do research.
Yeah, I'll have to look into like where these are regulated, what software they use. It could be possible that you're playing on a totally legit one, and that's great. That's much better. But I have a feeling the one that Aiden Ross is playing on, I need to do research. But I've seen the way that they communicate and they pay him and shit. Is that this is a website that is not regulated. It's not above the board. And what's commonplace for these kinds of websites, and I know from experience, is that they can fudge numbers. And not only that, when they don't fudge the statistics, if somebody wins a big jackpot, they will make every excuse and make every possible effort not to pay them, which includes accusing them of cheating somehow or giving them onerous amounts of documents to have to submit to the point where they can say, we can't verify your ID. This is the tactics that are well known by unregulated gambling sites, which is they're basically committing a fraud to not pay people out, and then once the authorities get involved, they just scram with all the money. This has been something that's the scams has been going around the world with stuff like all kinds of gambling.
You are right.
Website. I don't want to say
you are right.
But I don't know. But
these websites
just to finish, Trainwreck. It sounds like you're playing on a legitimate one. So I don't want to say that So I need to do research. But it sounds like you're playing on a well-regulated Canadian casino. So I don't think that applies to you.
Okay.
It's not a Canadian casino,
some of these
just
guys, providers, they own real-life casinos. They're established. They're
Especially when they
legit.
pay crypto, then that's extra shady.
Yeah,
it's like
they're real-life casinos in fucking Curacao, though, dude. There's a reason for that.
Okay, we're talking about the user side of things and how it fucks the user and how they're getting scammed. Now we're talking about the regulation and the legality of the physical casino.
Well, I think it's immoral, and also in most cases it's illegal. Not every law is fucking bad.
You're jumping to some weird legality dog shit to disprove the morality.
No, I'm talking about the morality as well. I think I covered it extensively as far as like promoting addictive behavior that is like genuinely fucking life ruining. And then also on top of that, I'm backing it up with additional layers of legality as well, while tying the legality back to the morality and the reasons for why that law exists in the first place, or some regulation exists in the first place, and then showing how Stake is different because it's able to skirt away from that regulation. And the reason why they are able to do that is because it's called offshore gambling. When regular sweepstakes websites exist, the reason why they do this is because, you know, they're doing shady shit.
Can you guys are you doing research on the state?
Listen. If this was shady at all, Canada would not license them to operate in Canada.
I don't know what you mean by Canada has licensed them. Canada does not have the same level of restrictions on online gambling that the United States does, but that doesn't mean that, or different states in the United States does, but that doesn't mean that they're like licensed in Canada. I don't know what you mean by that.
They have a license to operate in Canada. Do you understand? That's what I mean by that. And number two, it's weird how just because it's crypto, you're attaching shady.
I've never heard of this, by the way.
It's bad. You guys
and painting a brush.
Yeah, it's bad. I agree. I think it is.
It's just
I think it's malicious and out of bad faith that you guys lump in the bottom 1% scammy dog shit, exit scam trash with like the top heavy hitters, the juicers.
I'm not doing that. I'm saying
casinos. And
yeah, you're saying because
no, I think I'm consistent on this.
Shady. Yeah, you're saying because they're using crypto, they have to be shady and they're doing shady shit. It's just weird to me.
I literally just made a crowbar separation between like legitimate.
I was talking to Hasan.
Okay.
No, I think it's all bad. But I think crypto provides an additional layer. Crypto provides an additional layer of skirting authorities, and that's precisely why they operate in crypto, and that's precisely why they operate out of a fucking island rather than a legal Canadian casino. If it was, if they wanted to get involved in like a legitimate gambling scheme, they could have had an American casino or even a Canadian casino that is literally based in Canada and can use the Canadian dollar or just fiat currency in in
Here's what's crazy. No, real quick. X, please.
I think crypto's pretty cool, though.
X, please, real quick.
Real money shit, it's fucking cancer. Just forget it.
Here's my problem I have right now. And I'm going to be as clear as I can for the people.
I tried to log into Stake, but it wouldn't even let me from the United States.
Exactly, yeah. So for the people that can't understand this, we just jumped from
it's complicated, bro.
Hold on, no, wait, I'm not going to on here. We just jumped from people. Here was the entire argument before I even joined. When I was sitting there playing Rust for 29 hours. Just wait, let me finish. Just playing Rust.
Yo. Look at this. Look at my screen, you guys. Trainwreck. This is their headquarters, bro, on Google Maps.
Give me a second here.
No. This is important. This is where State Casino's located,
Oh my
you guys.
God. See.
How have we gone from the argument of kids promoting and catering to kids, and now we're talking about crypto? Oh, you got.
Can you say 100% confidently that this is not a scammer business, Train? I mean, honestly, can you? Because it sure looks like a fucking scam.
Look at this. This is their
maybe
address.
It's not.
This is their address, you guys.
Okay. Listen.
This is their headquarters.
Holy
Go back to.
Holy fuck.
It doesn't matter.
This is a shed in the fucking ass woods somewhere.
That's an issue you bring up overall. It's not an issue you bring up by lumping the people in and painting them as evil or some shit. I don't know why you guys are doing this.
Wait, what?
No. They're in a shed, you guys.
This is crazy to me.
They're in a shed. This is their headquarters.
Wait, I'm confused. That's I want to understand what XQC's argument is there.
They're in a shed.
Because XQC, it seems functionally like you've been defending that for the past hour and a half. Do you feel like that's appropriate?
Brought up. This is some virtue signaling bullshit.
You're going with the wrong things to get at it.
We started this with streaming on Twitch to children. Then once we said we have an older audience, we've moved this. We have suddenly shifted this conversation to an entirely different political.
No, those are multipliers that make it worse.
And it's the weirdest shit I've seen in my life.
No, those are multipliers that make it worse.
Virtue signaling bullshit.
Train, it's all bad.
Oh my God.
Train, it's all bad. It's all bad, but this makes it doubly bad. Do you understand? Like, there's a difference between like something is bad, which we all agree on.
Everybody with half a brain knows that the
Kiriko company is tied to the real name of the owner. Do you understand? It's tied to the fucking know your creator.
Nobody cares.
It's tied to everything. There's no shady back end shell company hitting.
I know someone who literally went to jail for this, by the way.
There is a history. Follow the breadcrumbs. You'll see a history of the businesses of everything.
It used to be based out of these companies used to be based out of Cyprus. Some of them still are, and based out of Israel. Some of them still are. Now they moved into Curacao because I guess Curacao has less restrictions. That's why they do it.
This is stakes. This is the address on the bottom of their.
But there's a reason why they have to do it out of the shed in Curacao, and that is because
you are literally using. Listen. You are using hypotheticals and circumstantial bullshit. You're saying because they're in this, it has to all be a scam, rigged, and shady. It is unfair. It is fucking bad faith, and you are virtue signaling. We started this argument off of something entirely different. You sat there together, circle jerking on a podcast, talking about the health of kids, and now we're talking about the location.
I still agree with that point. I never backed down from that point. I still agree with that.
Legitimately licensed. This is what we've moved to.
Tyler, I love you, but listen. I never backed away from that point. I still think it's bad.
What are we doing?
Some petty shit. Some petty shit.
You of all people, didn't know that. Dude, why did the argument go all the way over here? Like, what is this whole systematic thing? All of a sudden, you're just lumping everybody in. The problem that we're having.
Put the shed aside, and I just have one question for Train. Did you used to say on your streams that I wouldn't do this if I was a big streamer?
I probably have. Yes, I've said a lot of things on my streams, and I've grown up, evolved, and changed. Have you not done that? I'm sure you've had instances in the past where you've said very harmful things.
Why did you change your mind?
And now you've changed.
Wait, do you think it's harmful to say you wouldn't do this as a larger streamer? The difference is one is demonstrating growth. I'm giving an example. People's perspectives change. Things change.
What changed that made you say, okay, I will do this as a big streamer?
I got a love for it. I enjoy gambling. It's what I do on my off time. So now I do it on stream. And I know I've catered to a older audience. And as long as I'm responsible and transparent, which I am, which you've admitted to me being,
$1 million a month.
I do it. The fact you keep bringing that up reflects
totally on point.
It reflects envy more than it does facts. It doesn't. Me taking $1 million and using that $1 million on top of my funds is irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Okay, I have to. Can I say something here, Ethan, really quick?
I'll enjoy any hobby if someone pays me $1 million. I'll go fucking croquet with my grandma. I don't give a shit.
Ethan, hold on. Let me ask a question here.
Yikes.
My question is this, okay? Do you feel like you adequately defended the prior points about like addiction and how this promotes addiction? And do you think that's why we're like moving away? Or do you think we're addressing every single deflection that you've brought up so far, demonstrating that why these are multiplyingly bad and worse when you realize that it's in fucking Curacao and this is what the headquarters looks like? Because that's what's going on, but you make it seem like we're running away from the original argument.
The reason why we're running away, Hasan, is that we are only everybody's forced to go at your pace. You fire 20 shots, pang, really small at the bottom of your argument, right? Right? And they're all really damaging, and you're lumping us in with all the evil people. And every time we bring that up, you downplay its importance. Oh no, these are specifics. Forget about that. And next point. Oh no, no. It's not about that. It's about the bigger picture. And you're pushing further and further to other topics because we have to, because you're downplaying the good points and overplaying the good ones.
I'm so confused. There is no good point to promoting gambling on.
The one about the alcohol was a good point.
He gets paid $1 million.
We stood away.
I think alcohol promotions. I think alcohol promotions are also bad, but a varying degree of bad, considering that
the degrees of evil.
What's up, buddy?
This is why the slippery slope argument is a logically fallacious one. Now, do you understand why? Do you understand why it's a logical fallacy? Because I'm giving you tangible, identifiable reasons as to why a certain thing is bad. And then what you are doing is what is known as whataboutism, okay?
What?
By saying, what about alcohol? Which then I describe exactly how that's different. So then you want to tie it back to, gambling.
Hassan,
I already gave you clear and concise examples of how.
No, you're maliciously twisting your
I'm not. I'm just retelling your argument.
Shut the fuck up! You are maliciously reconstructing the argument we had to play in your favor. It is not how we went to that point at all.
I don't know what you're referencing right now anymore. I really don't know. I'm sorry.
We went to that point because initially we were talking about the promotion of a vice or something bad or illegal.
This is where millions and millions.
Wait. I think you misunderstood. There are vices. It's like saying doing a fucking sponsorship for a sugary candy is bad because of the consequences of diabetes. Like heart disease kills millions of people. That's a terrible argument to make. I mean, sure, that's still bad, but there's varying degrees of bad. There is a reason for why we hold specific vices to a specific value and regulate them appropriately, and that's because they are incredibly damaging and very hard to moderately enjoy, especially for a lot of different people.
I don't trust any company that's run out of a building like this.
Hey, Ethan, give me a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. Okay, I'm talking to Hasan.
Here.
No.
Here you go.
No.
That's the company you're talking about that you're showing.
Is it based in Cyprus too, by the way? Because I wouldn't be surprised.
Yo, we have a valid point. We have a valid point for once, and you guys are misguiding the decision to a hut in Cyprus or some shit. We're talking about a real point.
You guys ever heard of that
place? And
you're
showing me a van from fucking Cancun or some bullshit. I don't give a shit about the hut.
I do.
Now, because we're not there yet.
I love the hut.
We're not there yet. We were already talking about something.
I love the hut.
Okay. Then buy the hut. Buy it.
I could. I mean.
Yeah, buy it.
I will. We should buy this hut. But go ahead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Hey, Hasan, what I indicate to you, I simply point at the fact that I thought it was slightly hypocritical, right? That in the podcast that I wasn't in, you were with somebody who did a paid promotion for alcohol, right? And you were speaking only on the fact that promoting gambling is also dangerous and bad, right? When I made the link because the promoting alcohol is I think also bad. Both destroy childhood, families, people's mental. People die from multiple suicide from all those things.
I agree.
I think it's a decent It's a comparison that draws a good picture that's as close as it gets. And I thought it
Yeah,
would
but
be
you're not
good to bring it
addressing
up
the. But I know.
because
Okay,
it's
fuck
so
Miskiff then.
close
He's wrong.
that
He's
you-
wrong for doing alcohol
Okay,
promotion, right?
Fuck it. Thank you.
Okay, but that doesn't change the main argument that we're having, and I don't even fully agree with what you're saying as far as like alcohol promotion. If Miskiff was getting fucking shit-faced, he would get banned off the platform. Like that would be entirely different if he was like, I love alcohol, like let's fucking keep
What?
drinking
No,
and
no.
promoting the degenerate
No.
level of alcohol consumption.
You
that-
motherfucker. If you're gonna present gambling as black and white and no degrees, then you do the same with alcohol. Black and white, no
Facts.
degrees. Don't give me
Facts.
shit about, oh, he's
Yeah.
passing out. What is the
Because
gambling
I think-
equivalent? Dying on the stream from the slots pulling out of my arms? What are you on about? What a
Yeah,
dumbass.
because I think I don't have the same opinion on poker streams. Maybe if you knew that, you could turn around and say I'm a fucking hypocrite for that. And the reason for that, even though it is still gambling, is because the subsidiaries that you have to utilize are, in most circumstances, legal ones. Okay, if it's an illegal one, that I would have an issue with that as well. And the reason why I don't feel the same way about slots as I do about poker, for example, I'm giving you.
It's happening again.
Baby.
You're hot.
It's raining at the hut.
You're hiding at
No,
some.
I'm
Mine's weird.
actually telling
Nobody
you that
cares.
there are different
Raining at the
degrees
hut and
in
cow.
bad behavior and promoting certain vices.
weather.
And I'm trying to describe to you by showing you the boundaries of my moral system so you can understand where I'm coming from. Do you get what I mean?
Okay. What,
Okay.
what if I gamble unpaid for $10 on stream?
Off stream? What?
No, on stream. I gambled $100 on stream, and I gambled it.
Gambling
Right?
on stream
Black and
routinely.
white.
Okay,
It's
this is
bad.
you are talking about an
Nope.
extreme circumstance to make it seem less innocuous to a bunch of people who cannot comprehend how bad this is. It would still be
seems
bad.
like-
It would still be
it
bad.
seems-
Even if you gambled $100 or whatever the
seems
fuck
like-
on a casino
like-
stream, it would be bad. But if you understand that it's still bad, then you should be able to
Listen,
comprehend why it's so much
if
worse
you're
when you're
going to-
gambling
things are
$1,000 a
It's
hand.
bad. That's
Nope.
fine.
Things are
But
black
do
and
not,
white when
do
it
not,
suits you.
do not.
Go ahead.
If you listen, I said this to Ethan in the beginning. If you're gonna say it's bad, you have every right to, and that's fine. The problem is in the beginning, this was used, whether it was you or whether it was Ethan, in order to start this entire show off. Right? Petty tactics were used.
QXC wanted to come on the
Insinuating
show, and that's how
insinuating
this
that
started.
we are
Quincy plays
all
StarCraft. I know who
scamming,
that is. I don't know
rigging,
where
and
he's at. I
involved
don't
in the
care.
beginning, and we're selling it to children. That's what it started as days ago. Do you understand?
That's a
what it started as.
multiplier. Yeah, that's a multiplier
No, but you
offense.
cannot bundle us up in there, and then now that we're here, say it's none of that. But
Wait, what's the-
ethically speaking,
Wait,
this
am
is
I
based in
missing a
this
point?
country.
Because I haven't backed away from a single claim. So
I'm
I
talking.
Oh,
I'm talking about
please.
Ethan. How this entire thing
we're talking to
started.
me
Do you
now?
understand?
I'm in the hut, bro. I'm at the hut in Cowcow, bro.
See, in 2012, Ethan, this kind of stuff would have worked, but we're in 2021. People are a little smarter,
Hassan,
like
the problem with-
doing
the
these
problem with you-
little
Harder than what?
The
charades.
problem-
I'm not
the
backed
problem-
away from a single point. I don't want to relitigate
The
the same
problem
point
with
20
Hassan
times.
every
is
point,
that-
this entire fucking show.
The whole
You-
point is that this
Hassan-
is the place you say is legit. It's in a fucking hut in the middle of some goddamn country
I'm
with people
saying-
that I've never even heard of. Dan's well educated. He doesn't know
place
heard of it
I'm
either.
saying is, listen, I'm saying
What's the name
the
of the
gambling
country?
streams I do,
Urcal.
did, those are legit. Do you understand? We're not sitting there playing with fake money. We're not sitting there fucking scamming and rigging. I'm losing. You're basing everything off of a clip of where I win instead of watching my 20-hour fucking stream. That's what I'm saying is legit.
I think you're
These
hyper
things that-
focusing on again.
Things that no. These things that you're grasping at about other countries where they're based. I don't know what the
The hut
fuck
and
or how the
Krakow.
fuck.
Wait, Ethan
Yikes.
Ethan, I think that's not my statement. And I personally don't care about that. I think my opinion is broader
Jesus.
than that. It's completely irrelevant to me because I never made that statement and I don't really care.
Okay,
I understand why
Hassan,
someone could make that speculation given how gambling operations have worked previously on the internet. I don't think Ethan ever said that either of you guys are like personally involved in stake in a similar capacity to like the CS:GO shit. And I'm not very
Hey, you
familiar with the
guys-
CS:GO stuff in general, so I would never have been able to make that comparison, right? Because I don't
if
even
you
know what the
guys-
fuck that is.
Wait, dual
So
trainer.
having said that, the arguments that I've made have not been addressed, or when addressed, you agree with me. It seems like both of you do that gambling is bad, okay? That it's
Yep.
very irresponsible, and it leads you to like $2.3 million losses. And I personally think if this kind of behavior is so destructive to the tune where it's like it makes you 15 times more likely to commit suicide, it's the most suicidal prone addiction out there. I think that promoting that to an audience, no matter what their age is harmful. Promoting it to a younger audience that is impressionable is even more harmful. Promoting it to a younger audience that's impressionable through a website that is regulated is still bad, but unregulated because they're based out of Curacao is the worst fucking thing you can do. That's my argument. So I've addressed every single point that you have made so far.
I have an older base, 100%.
Does that make sense, though? Do you guys understand? I want to make sure that like this is as clear as humanly possible.
12-year-old PG-13ers. That's all I'm saying.
Hassan, I never argued against that.
Okay, so we have no disagreement then.
This podcast has been like a 3v1, and Train already knows my sense about Gamba. I'm already kind of against him. I know people keep thinking that I'm like defending Gamba. I was only in the first place to stop something from people from lumping us with actual scam lords. I think it's kind of unfair, and I don't like it. Lumping us, it's just bad. I don't like it.
If you're trying to be transparent, why is it that all the videos you post on YouTube is of you winning jackpots?
I don't post videos of me on YouTube.
Oh, this is Trainwreck TV highlights. That's not you.
My channel is Trainwrecks TV. That's my channel.
Train TV highlights.
Yeah, that's not me, buddy. Nice job, though. Really good fucking investigative work. Really good. Really fucking good.
Step it up, producers. Come on now.
Wait,
really fucking good.
Guys, it doesn't matter.
Producers, step it up.
It doesn't matter. You also pin your wins, right?
Wrong, right? It doesn't matter now that he's wrong. But when
it doesn't matter because you still already pin your wins, and we're talking about your streams, dude.
Yikes!
These are the clips people are watching. It doesn't matter that they got it wrong.
By the way, Train TV highlights. Train TV is not me. No, it's not me. That is not me.
Well, you should remove those videos because it's putting out the wrong impression of you, dude.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
holy fuck.
Train. If this argument was just about wins and promoting wins, then you could potentially make this a counter, right?
Yikes.
But even then, even if we are exclusively talking about the promotion of wins, like you talk about chasing that win, you pin your wins on your chat when people use the command to see how many wins you have thus far, or if you're up or down. So obviously, you do understand that it's a motivator because it's content. Ultimately, it's content, right? It's good content. When you're losing, you're an underdog.
It's not about content. It's not about content. I do it regardless. Do you understand? If I was at 1,000 viewers, I'd do it. This is what I do. Why are we pretending like this thing happened? I've been gambling since the beginning.
No, I think it's content. It's compelling too. Like I think it's compelling content. Don't get me wrong.
Do you understand? It's not the primary reason. It happened.
That clip channel promotes the same concept that we were promoting, by the way.
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying is I didn't do it for the content aspect.
Train, that clip channel literally proves the same argument that you yourself have made over and over again. The clippable moments are your victories, and that's what people care about. That's what people gravitate towards. If you were losing all the time, it still wouldn't matter because no matter what happens, you're ultimately going to win. And even if you were losing all the time, people are clearly still getting on board and signing up for the website or gambling more on that website after watching you. And that's precisely why they're paying you $1 million a month. Like, look, I think getting the bag is one thing, right? And by the way, it's not a bad thing.
Money, and my affiliates show that. They are losing money on me. They pay me because if I'm going to go live, they want it to be on their site. They find it more damaging if I'm on another site versus being on theirs. Do you understand? They don't pay me because I'm bringing them money. Do you understand?
How are you not afraid that you're going to make more train wrecks out there, by the way? Like, that's my point. People love you, dude. They look up to you.
But if you're going to give that argument, Hasan, I need, like XQC was saying, I need consistency amongst everything across the board. Not just this that I'm involved with and XQC's involved with.
I think I am pretty consistent. People call me a virtue signaler all the time for this reason. I literally had a conversation personally with Yasuo when he asked me. I personally told him, no cameras, no nothing, like that I think what he's doing is wrong.
Where is it?
It's on my stream. It's just a goof.
Where is it? Let's take a look.
Is it not on the screen?
I love him, but I think what he's doing is bad.
He's trying to find it. It's just a stupid picture. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, see, those, I'll keep it $150. Like, no cap. Those motherfuckers ain't watching me. If they're watching me, they have a parent right behind them, and that parent is a fucking idiot.
I'm just kidding. I don't think 5-year-olds are watching you. Just an image.
There's no
that I want
shot.
Yeah. Thank you. Peace and love.
It's funny
Look,
though.
at
Yeah.
the end of the
We'll
day,
off.
I think we are having we are not going to see eye to eye on this one, you know. And I think we've all presented our positions on this. I think if I can conclude, make some conclusions that we've drawn, we all agree that gambling is bad. There are different degrees of badness. You know, someone like Aiden Ross, who's not even playing with his own money, who has a younger audience.
I mean, by the way, you also have clips on your personal channel that like show you winning $400,000 and, you know, this last minute bet saved me a lot of money, which is fine. Like, you know, you show that doesn't make it worse overall. My point is that like it's all bad.
I tell people not to post this shit at all.
Okay,
my main YouTube should just be my content, and that's it.
Hasan, I went to your YouTube, okay? I watched your party highlight. I saw you drinking heavily. I went out there, I drank as much as you did, and I passed out. I was blacked out.
You saw a party highlight where I'm drinking heavily? I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it was a joke. It was like, dude, like where are you going with this?
Dude, come on. But like,
if that's something I did, I mean, if it's not a hypothetical, then yeah, I would want to fix that. I would not want to have that up. I think that's actually not good.
Okay, so be just as vocal and consistent across the board on all those matters, and get into a podcast with your two friends, and let's do 100,000 viewers of each of them.
Just because I'm not passionate about every single fucking thing bad happening in the world doesn't mean that I can't care about what you're doing.
When you use the example of care about the kids,
yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why you guys are.
When you use kids,
guys are just
you should care across the board. Should you not?
I do talk about a lot of these issues, by the way. I literally do.
We're not.
You didn't seem to talk about a lot of it. Yeah, the other day on the podcast that you wouldn't let me in about the alcohol promotion. You weren't very vocal about that one, were you?
In 30 years when I'm done and then talk to Train.
Were you,
Until I've criticized every fucking issue in the world, I have no moral.
If you make your primary focus about the kids, then yeah, I would like to see alcohol against alcohol sponsors. Yeah,
so I can talk to Train in 10 years. 100%.
Okay, but you understand that you have not actually
successfully. Is there one person in the world qualified to criticize you, Train, by that metric?
What was that?
Is there one person in the world who is qualified to criticize what you do?
I think
you're allowed to criticize what I do when you're using fucking facts, not some bullshit about scam, rig, and some trash. Do you understand?
Okay, you're hyper focusing on the scam, rig, trash shit. I never made that.
Let me reiterate this: people that like Gamba, that like doing that content, and that are doing it, and or are being promoted to do, or are being paid to do it, will be continuing to do it, regardless of my opinion, yours, until it is outright banned.
More people are gonna do it if you're doing it. Your fans are gonna do it. He's making $1 million a month. I don't care what you do with that $1 million. If you happen to spend it on gambling,
I'm actually down $1.5 million, but thank you.
Okay, great, fantastic. Listen. This is where, if you guys, what's your affiliate code? I'll give you a promo. Steak.
I don't want it.
Someone tell me what it is.
Don't tell me. Don't. I don't push it at all. Don't do it.
Well, I'm gonna do it for you. I want you.
I don't want to do it.
No, I want to.
Now you're just being an asshole. No.
This is weird.
Yes, I am. I know I'm not being an asshole. I want you to get paid.
That's just weird.
That's weird.
This is really the headquarters. Weird. If you trust, if this is the place where you want to put your money, right behind me, you can head on over to Steak Casino and play with the likes of Trainwreck and get a huge not a huge return. You're guaranteed to lose your money from the
what are you doing?
From Trainwreck himself.
That's what I say. Yeah, you will guarantee to lose it.
Guaranteed to lose your money.
100%. Yes, you will lose.
Right into this shed.
Wait, why did you feel weird about plugging something that you get paid to advertise?
Why is that weird?
Because I don't
like screen every time you stream.
Because I don't like affiliate codes. I don't like it.
But you have it on your stream, dude.
Yeah, it's on my stream for people who are gambling.
You're being ambiguous about this. It's like if somebody was on this podcast saying, guys, look, I drank G Fuel. Guys, get code XQC. Like, dude, it's like, dude, it's just weird. Like you're like. Yeah.
Okay, then why did Train say? Okay, that's one thing. But Train said he doesn't like affiliate codes in general.
I don't push my code.
I get paid a lot of money, but I don't like it.
The code is there for people who gamble already, that are degenerates like me, and they can. That's it. I don't push it though. I verbally tell people not to gamble all the time.
You do
right now. What you just did right there, Ethan, has pushed it more than me in 3 months. So congratulations.
Yes, I'm sure the people that watch you day in, day out are not using the code that's explicitly displayed on your screen. They're not using it versus me pointing at a shed in the middle of fucking nowhere saying this is where it's located. I'm sure everybody's running to go sign up for steak. It's located in this fucking shed. I'm sure I'm doing all ton of damage to the youth, the people of America.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I really want to reiterate because I think people are really not getting. So my points and my stance is, this is like an opinion and a degree thing, but I agree. Gamba bad, shouldn't do it on stream.
Yeah.
It was very damaging. I think most people will agree with that.
Agreed.
Even I did it, and I agree with that. I get it. I was rooted mainly in this idea, Gamba content, because I'm enjoying it, and whenever I'm enjoying something, chat enjoys it. I enjoy doing it, and I love doing it. Okay, I understand the impact of it, and I more understand it now. But I really wish that even after these experiences, you guys didn't lump people like me with legitimate scam lords.
Hey, perhaps this is why no one mentioned your name originally when we were talking to Aiden, and you thought we were talking about you and got mad and got offended when no one was talking about you because you already have admitted all these things.
I actually don't think I said anything really bad about
the only time XQC's name was brought up was when I was talking about normie streamers. When I said XQC is the biggest streamer on the fucking platform, are you telling me that he's a normie streamer to misgive to make fun of him for sucking off Aiden Ross? That is the only time your name was brought up, and that's precisely why I'm very confused. I love it. I love it because it's good content, but I'm very confused as to why you got so personally mad. Trainwrecks, understandable. Ethan brought up Trainwrecks. Understandable that Trainwrecks is mad. You just added yourself into the conversation when no one was criticizing you at all.
I never accused you of spamming anyone, dude.
Dishonest.
I think what we call it, what we call this in the Among Us industry is self-report.
No, I'll tell you. No, real quick. XQC, real quick.
You set up the self-report because
being sussy as fuck right now.
You created an unfair scenario maliciously where
100%.
3v1, three analytical individuals would fire shots at Adin, some 19-year-old fucking basketballer.
It wasn't a setup. He chose to call in.
He wanted to come on. He wanted to come on. We weren't gonna fucking talk to Aiden.
It wasn't like a big old.
Dude,
it wasn't the mastermind thing. He wanted to call in.
You fuckers. Okay, listen.
Are you saying Mischief is analytical, by the way? Because that's hilarious.
Dismantled him one point at a time, leaving no points
XQC.
for any intelligent counter-argument, and you purposely locked me out of it.
Do you think this was a better? Do you think this was a better defense of cryptocurrency streaming in your mind than what Aiden did?
XQC announcement, guys. If you head on over to stake.com, you can use code H3.
No, but like for real,
received our affiliate code today. You get $500 free if you deposit $10,000, and you can play in this shed.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. Like wait.
Hassan. What's up?
Head on over to my stream if
real
you want
quick.
to use code H3 at stake.com.
So after being here, right?
Bonus.
Here's what I've learned.
I'm not defending anybody. If you're gonna fuck up Gamba, you don't get to lump everybody in and using Aiden as a focal point, aka sole representation of the Gamba across. You don't get to do that.
But you already apologized for it. You're in the same boat as Misgift, so I don't know why you're still mad. No one was saying you're in the same boat. I don't know why you're still defending it.
Lumped in,
Dog, you literally, no one lumped you in. You lumped yourself in, and now you're mad and digging yourself a larger hole because you're making it seem like you're defending cryptocurrency gambling.
Everything has been doing it. I always get the short end of the stick.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All the big titles, put my name in there. I always get lumped in. And when you guys put lies or things that can be disproved, right? And the only person who can disprove that when I'm being lumped in is Aiden. It is out of bad faith, and you literally.
We never had this conversation with your name involved. I don't know why you're still on this. Okay.
Here's what I'm upset about. Let me tell you.
We literally never brought you up in that entire conversation. Go watch the entire thing.
Real quick. Okay, drop that.
It's the truth.
Here's the problem here. He said his conclusion, his concluding words, I'll say mine. At the end of this entire conversation, we came to the conclusion, right? That gambling is bad. Yes.
Use code H3.
So what does that confirm to me? Exactly what I've been saying. This is all for the fucking show. Because the way this started
wasn't we think gambling's bad. It started with
No, it was. It was. I've been saying it for
it
months.
started with the most scum lord of shit ever. It started with scam, rigged, and children specifically.
I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind,
That's
guys.
where it started. Hassan, not you. Hassan, not you. I'm talking to Ethan. Ethan's shots to me, not you, Hassan. Ethan shots to me before your fucking podcast. Do you understand? I'm not talking to you, Hassan. I'm talking to him.
All interesting, valid points to make.
He started with children. He started with scam and rig toward me. And now that we're in the call, all it is we think gambling's bad. So here is the conclusion. This was all done to sell a show. No, this was done to sell a show. It was done drama baiting. It was done for relevancy and your introduction to Twitch.
Obviously prove that
that's what it was done for. And it's fucking petty.
Is that you obviously in the absence of having absolute proof, I am only, I'm guessing based on my experience and knowing about unregulated industries that it's possible that it's doing those things. It's definitely interesting and worth bringing up. Obviously, I was short of having fucking evidence, again, of being in this shed, which is in the middle of then what's the point of it?
You didn't talk about it like you were short of evidence. You talked about it like it was fact. You understand?
Watch it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Go watch it again, and meanwhile, I'll watch your 10 hours, 12-hour stream where you're 20-hour stream where you keep saying don't do this with the code on the screen.
I never mentioned the stakes, by the way, but also, I think the stakes don't matter because ultimately, what is going on? I mean, the stakes is a multiplier. If the stakes are fucking, gamed in your favor, if they're juiced up, then it's really scummy. But ultimately, people see your wins and they are a significantly better motivator than your losses. Your 19 hours of losses are a deterrence. Okay? That's my point, and that's been my point.
I just love how all the arguments here are like pointed out.
They're all relevant.
Holy fuck. All right. Yeah, well, hey, guys, good talk. It was great meeting you, H3. Great meeting you again, Hassan.
Nice meeting you. Thank you for calling.
Great meeting you again, Hassan.
Yeah, and XQC, it's always a fucking pleasure. Hey, you let me know. Send me a picture of that cock again. Hey, I need some material.
Yep.
Hey.
I know sometimes you run low. You hit me up at night.
Yeah, I need some cock. Hey, sometimes dick pics. Hassan, hey, now that I know you're circumcised, my man. Listen, send me some of those too.
Okay.
H3, it was a pleasure. Later, guys.
All right, take care.
Wait, are we done? Actually, are we done? I don't want to leave, and you guys are still here. Are we all done or no?
Well, I mean, I think we've talked this to as much as possible. This conversation is probably done.
It's just that listen. I kind of wish I could make you guys understand this without sound like a fucking victim or whatever. But it's just because when there are certain points that are clumping everybody together, whether it's me, Train, Adam, right, and they're legitimately wrong, and it pushes a narrative that bites me in the ass every day, all the threads, and it's like, oh yeah, but him too. It's a recurring thing.
Okay, but then get mad at those people. Why are you getting mad at us? We didn't bring you up.
No, because okay, you not bring me up doesn't do shit. If you say something that isn't truthful,
dude, it makes everyone look bad. It does. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it does, and it legitimately sucks. It's why I wanted to put a stop to it.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So we agree. And for the record, I don't think you've been scamming anybody. It's great that you realized that this was a bad thing and you stopped, and I'm glad you stopped, and I think that's awesome because it's hard to say no to that much money, right? And so it takes a lot on a personal level to say no to $1 million a month, right? Or $2 million a month or whatever Aiden's getting. And so, you did the right thing, and that's great. And I think that I'm totally I think it's great. What can I say? I think you're good. I mean, you did it. You realized it was bad. You moved on. That's fine.
The difference between you and Mizgiv, though, is that Mizgiv is not like coming on to be like, I'm gonna debate about still like this gambling site is not a scam or whatever.
No, but when was Miz brought up and lumped in any articles or media pieces?
I did. I brought him up
weeks?
Yesterday. I said, Miz used to gamble.
That's you. Something that is recurring. If I find an opportunity to put a stop and try to give it a good explanation of why it's not a certain way, right, and it's not a complete scam lord shit, then I'd like to have a chance
but I don't think you're scamming. This is the hut, by the way.
Stop pointing to the hut, dude.
Insane. I've seen more legitimate fucking headquarters in
I mean, they probably have one in Cyprus too. Trust me. Like that doesn't really. It's just like someone can have a legitimate business and still be a scam.
I'm not saying anything. Okay, but you of all people should know. Okay, that don't like 99% of fucking billionaires have all their shit routed through the fucking through Belize and the Cayman's Isles or fucking,
and it's really scummy because yes, less restriction, less financial regulation and restriction. That's precisely why they do it. Just like the reason why steak is not fucking headquartered in Canada and instead is headquartered in fucking Curacao is that exact same reason why billionaires fucking route their money through that, and that is incredibly indecent. And I'm fully against it. I would throw all those motherfuckers in jail if I had the opportunity.
XQC, I think you're great. I think that you did the right thing. I don't think you're a scammer, and I think you're a great guy. I think you're funny, and I like you.
Okay, thanks. It goes both ways. Sorry if I tell you guys if I say
well, this is awkward.
Felix.
I'm sorry if I say personal insults
this
to
is
you guys.
fucking awkward. Am I not gonna get any likes?
I'm sorry that I said you guys fuck you guys or you're an idiot. Okay, it's just how I work sometimes. I go over the board. I apologize for that.
Fuck you, bitch. You never respond to my DMs and you fucking act like I don't respond to your DMs.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, Train, I hate to say, but I don't like that you're still doing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but you can still say that you like me.
And to be honest, I don't know you very well, so I'm sorry that I don't have compliments for you at this time.
Oh, it's okay.
You have a beautiful. I'll tell you what. You have a really beautiful voice.
Thank you. See how great that was? It was that simple and that easy.
Yeah.
How about my jawline? You like the jawline or no?
I'll have to do some further research before I comment on that.
All right, I'll tell you what. When you tune in today, if you like the jawline and Twitch Prime sub, and if you don't, then gift 5 subs. So I know what your answer is.
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you.
Something tells me you don't need that sub money though.
I do. I'm down. Hassan, I don't know why you're laughing, my man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, do you know why I'm laughing? Because,
none of us
dude,
here
because
do, please.
I have a fuckload of subs. I literally show it on the corner so that no one misunderstands my financial predicaments or financial circumstances. Part of that offers me the freedom and security to never take on fucking things that will hurt my audience, that I will engage in like marketing that I feel like is bad or damaging to my audience. So that's precisely my point. So yes, you are correct. I don't need it. I don't need it at all. Okay.
I mean, listen.
We're in the
I'll tell you what.
We're in the.
I'm beholden to my audience, and that's it.
If you teach, Hassan, I'll tell you what. I will not gamble on stream for 6 months. If you can teach me how you can preach distributive wealth, and your goddamn chat's the only one distributing their wealth to you. You teach me how to do that to my chat, and I will happily stop for 6 months.
We'll do it.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
I'll make a call. Love you guys.
All right.
All
See ya.
right.
Okay. Are we shutting off the Discord? Hold on.
Yeah. So anyway, Hassan, thank you as always. Love you. Appreciate you.
Wonderful.
Thanks for bringing on the call, man. Good job, guys.
XQC was great meeting you. And obviously I have no hard feelings, and I only have positive feelings for you.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I'm glad you didn't go out there and say some bullshit and whenever there were like points where they were kind of shaky, you know, you gave everybody room to go back and forth, you know, not some fucking bullshit. That's reasonable. I appreciate that.
I think you're smart. I think you're cool, and I wish you the best. And I hope we can talk again.
Yep. So likewise. Okay, man. Okay, guys.
All right,
have a great day, guys. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Oh, that was a roller coaster, huh? It was a roller coaster, wasn't it? I did not think that we were going to actually end up like, I didn't think that Ethan wanted me to come on or would have asked me to come on. I probably wouldn't have. To be perfectly honest, look, I still like XQC. I still like Train. I think Train is a fucking interesting character. But I think what they're doing in the case of Train and what XQC was doing was bad and wrong. And I've been saying that for months.